Hello, hello, welcome bosses. Let me get the sound check, make sure it sounds okay as always. Hope you all are doing well tonight. Cheers to you. All right, that sounds pretty good. Here we go. All systems ready. Hey, Hoff here. Welcome to Hoffcast. Welcome all you bosses. We got a great show lined up tonight. As always, I love having you here as well. So, first of all, yeah, the title, yeah, All Out of Bubblegum. I just recently purchased the film They Live. I'd seen it a couple of times, but I never owned it, you know. And I was actually going to show this scene to like start off the show, but I was like, I had second thoughts. It's like, probably not a good idea. They'll probably get me on that on some level. But just look at that all-American bastard right there. You gotta love Roddy Piper, R.I.P. the maniac. And he's got the American flag right there, and you know, he was there to chew bubble gum and kick ass, and he was all out of bubble gum. If you haven't seen that movie, yeah, I got the HD DVD version. You know, it's got all like special features that I'm never gonna watch, like 15 hours of them. But if you've never seen They Live, check that movie out, because there's a lot of parallels to things that are going on right now. I'm wearing sunglasses just like Rowdy Piper here. So yeah, let me say hey to LaSween, if you're still there. I'm still loving the Alec Baldwin avatar there. Unfortunately, I don't think I have any Alec Baldwin news for you tonight. I really don't. He's kind of slipped under the radar in the past couple of weeks, you know, with everything that's going on in the world. He's loving it. Speaking of loving it, Tarot Tuber Chrissy. I don't know why I can't say that sometimes. Tarot Tuber Chrissy. Welcome. I hope you're doing well tonight. She says she loves it. She said, don't do it. Yeah, I saw, actually, I kind of checked out that stream, and I was like, why was her stream so short? I was like, oh, because I think you showed like the Land of the Lost on there, and I think that's what did it. I was like, what kind of, I didn't know she was talking about the kind of stuff I was talking about, getting in trouble, you know, because I try to, like, you know, watch my words, but you also can't show stuff, you know, that's copyrighted on here either. They'll take it down as well. So anyways, I decided to just show a picture, and if you haven't seen it, well then, you know, look it up. You can just look up the scene yourself. It's on YouTube. So welcome everyone. Hope you're doing well. If you haven't already, if you're watching right now, do me a favor, hit the like button. It helps it on the algor, you know, the algor. And if the subscribe button, if it looks like it's covered in a little bit of hot sauce or like ketchup or sriracha, wipe it off. Wipe it off and subscribe to Hoffcast. And speaking of Hoffcast, I might as well just go ahead and plug it all the way here. Let's do the website, the official website of Hoffcast, which is actually getting more traction than I was expecting. So Hoffcast.com. Go to Hoffcast.com if you want to know where my next stream will be, when it will be, but it's typically on Tuesday nights, 8:30. That's Eastern Standard Time, which we are doing right now at this very moment. So yeah, you can see there, it's the live one right there at the top, you know. Well, clicked off that. At the top, we got the banner and then the Hoff Direct. I've been kind of vague with that lately. Maybe I should be more detailed. I've been lazy with the website. I wish I could have more time to put into this. I'm also not good at it. I'm getting older. I'm getting worse at technology. So, and yeah, here's this week's live stream, and that's where you can find it. And I believe this Thursday I will be having a guest on. I believe Fifth 90 will be joining me to talk about perhaps, I think what he said, maybe like mind control or something like that, which should be really cool. I really hope he joins me. He's been a long-time watcher, usually joins in the after party, which we will be having an after show hangout tonight. I will put the invite in the chat late in the show, probably when I'm watching UFO videos. That seems to be the routine nowadays. So keep an eye out for that if you want to come by and chat with anyone here in the chat room, or with Hoff, your boy here, Hoff right now. I shouldn't say you, boy. So dumb. If you want to chat with Hoff, then you come back there and do it as well. So, and it's always a good time. It's always fun. So cheers to you bosses out there. We're going to get this show on the road. We're going to start out just kind of light and just work our way into things because we got a lot to talk about tonight. And when I get to that, it's going to be a ride. Let me wet my whistle. Let me say hi to the chat real quick here. So yeah, TerraTuber Christy, she's mad at Nickelodeon. They got her. That evil company, you know. Courtney, how you doing? Welcome. Hope you're doing well tonight. Glad you're here. Barb, as always, glad you're here as well. So yeah, let's just get into some fun stuff real quick. I like to warm up, you know that. I got to warm up a little bit. I'm in a good mood tonight, though. I'm not going to lie. I'm ready to go. I got so much. I don't even know where to start. That's why I kind of, I want to warm up. And I think this show, honestly, we're going to learn a lot of stuff together because a lot of this stuff I'm not an expert on. I'm just going to be straight up with you. I'm just not an expert on it. So I think we're going to learn a lot of things. But first, I got to find these stupid videos like this one here. There's a crab. You ever seen? I like these crab videos. They're funny to me. Crabs can wield knives, and if they don't want to, they don't want to go in the pot, they'll start swinging.
Só troca de mão, mas não solta a faca. É perigoso. Esse elemento é de alta periculosidade. Ele é bom na faca. Ele tem uma agilidade muito grande.
We saw that video a few weeks back of the crab that it broke golf clubs in its claws. Oh, look at that thing! It was, come at me, bro. It was in there. All right, I think I have another crab video unless I exited out of it. It's a little bit different. Maybe I clicked out of that one. I don't know. Maybe it's best that I did if I did. Yeah, I think I did click out of that one. Well, dang it. We don't get to see I could just look it back up, I guess. It's so stupid. I don't know why I would click out of that, though. I watched these a long time ago, late one night. I don't even know why. And he's got a bunch of these videos, this guy on his channel. Here it is. I got to do without the ad, though. He's got a bunch of these videos on his channel of his crab just eating different things. And the crab, it's funny to watch to me because they're like aliens. Look at this thing. Here we go. Tell me this thing's not an alien. All right, watch this thing go. He takes the onion ring. He's like, all right, that's mine now. I saw you cooking it up in the air fryer there a minute ago, but I knew you were going to give me one. So he walks away. He kind of he brushed his eyeball a little bit, So wait till he actually, I know this seems weird right now, but wait till he starts actually chomping. It's so weird. He actually picks it apart, puts it in his mouth, or whatever you want to call that thing. I don't even know what you'd call it. Is that a mouth? What do they have? That's an alien. Mr. Hugh, hello. How are you tonight, man? Hope you're doing well. Glad you could join in. We're just watching this video of this crab eating an onion ring. And watch it go. It's so fast. It was late one night, Might have had a couple drinks, and I just wanted to watch this crab just eat all kinds of different things. He's got like a million videos of this thing doing it. He's eating crackers and bananas and stuff like that. And he just puts it in his... I don't know if that's a mouth, what you call it. But all I know is crabs are aliens. So are octopuses. Courtney says, you look fancy tonight. Oh, thank you. I tried to dress up for the occasion. I try to look nice sometimes, not just wear a hoodie or something. So freshen up that fade. If you're talking about my hair, the mullet, then yeah, I try to keep it tight. I try not to let it get too out of hand, because once it starts growing out, it's not a mullet anymore. You know, you got to keep those sides down. Barb says crabs eat onion rings. Yeah, I didn't know. They eat all kinds of things. Like I was saying, they eat like anything almost. They eat meat. Like, I think there's one of them eating like prime rib or something. Filet mignon with a knife and a fork. I'm just joking about that. Maybe there really is one of him eating meat though, or she. I don't know what this thing. Chrissy says crabs scare the hell out of me. True story. I used to live on Guam, and hermit crabs would chase you or me. Most didn't run. When I was a kid, I had 2 or 3 pet hermit crabs in this little thing. Yeah, they were kind of cool. I liked them. I'm sorry you didn't. They never really chased me. They were slow. Mine were slow. I don't know why. They never wanted to come out. Steve, what's up? Aloha. How you doing? Glad you're here at Hoffcast. All right, that's enough of I think it's about enough of this crab here. Yeah, it's already over anyway. But yeah, check out more crab videos except for Chrissy. You might not want to watch them. I don't even like them completely because I don't like spiders too much, and they remind me of those a little bit. They're kind of spider-like. I think spiders are aliens too. All these eight-legged creatures, you know, the crabs, the octopuses, the spiders, you know, anything more than 2 legs. You don't need. Well, I wouldn't say. Let's not go with like dogs and cats and stuff. All right, maybe I'm jumping the gun a little bit there, but definitely 8 legs, alien for sure. So yeah, let's see here. I'm gonna go through the lists, see what we got going on. I'm gonna pull up. We'll just get started with. I like this video here. I keep clicking on that wrong tab. I'm terrible with this. Shane, what's up, man? There he is. There he is. The glue that holds Hoffcast together. My man Shane. Also, Bane Bear, how you doing, man? Hope the Lego building's going well. Hope it's going well, bro. Barb says crabs are sweet and tasty. Now I know why. Well, because they eat anything, I guess, right? Wookiee supremacy. Always glad to see you, my guy. Always glad to see you. I think you're one of the longest, like I say this, one of the longest running watchers of Hoffcast there has ever been. He's been there since the beginning. And I applaud you for that, sir. So anyways, check out this video of Joe Rogan. The title is Joe Rogan rips, I thought it was funny, rips Bill Gates for giving health advice while, as he says, looking like shit, have man boobs and toothpick arms. Says, guarantee Bill Gates is about to go all in on making sure Joe Rogan is moved from the platform after the podcaster and UFC host absolutely shredded Gates' terrible looking body. Have you ever seen this picture of Bill Gates? I think he shows it on here.
When a guy like that says that, I'm like, are you making money because of this? Like, why are you saying that? And by the way, you look like shit. Like, because if you're eating those plant-based burgers or whatever the fuck you're doing, like, you're obese. Like, a guy like that telling people about he's got these breasts
Moves.
and
this, nothing wrong with big
gut,
people.
And I'm like, this is crazy. You're one of the richest guys on earth. You have access to the best nutrients, the best. You could have an amazing trainer. You could be in phenomenal shape, and you're giving out public health advice. You're giving out health advice, and you're sick.
I guess
it's like literally like a non-athlete trying to coach professionals. Like, what the fuck are you talking about? How are you giving any health advice when you look like that? Your health is piss poor. I'm not a doctor. But when you've got man boobs and a gut and you're walking around, and you have these like toothpick arms. I'm like, hey, buddy, you're not healthy.
Oh, they didn't show the picture. I thought they showed the picture on that one. I guess not. Well, look up Bill Gates, like just walking down the street. I'll do it for you since I'm a good guy. If they showed, maybe I looked away for a second. I didn't think they showed the picture there. I'm so professional today. Here it is. I'll pull it up. I'll pull up the picture for you. I'll do the work. So yeah, look at this man. You know, he's not really the definition of physical fitness by any means. No, like a that's what a real man looks like, ladies. He should know. His wife should know. Mel, you know, there's theories, you know, allegedly that, you know, Melinda Gates might be like, you know, kind of like Michelle Obama, as they say, as Joan Rivers would say before they you know, allegedly did what they did to her. All right, let me see a couple more funny things before we get through all this crazy stuff. Say hello to Enlightened. How you doing? Glad to see you tonight. I'm glad to see all you bosses. Thank you so much for showing up. The more the merrier, you know. Yeah, my dog. It's my dog Kira. If you haven't hit that like button yet, do me a favor and do it. I love you forever if you do. I promise. I already will. That's not part of the deal. I will still love you, but I would love you even more if you did. So let me see what we're going to share here. Let's go down to some I like this one. This is Babylon Bee. You know, it's satire. I have to say that. Here we go. Oh, our old pal Whoopi Goldberg, Whoopi the Hutt. We love Whoopi Goldberg on Hoffcast. Let me tell you, we love Whoopi Goldberg. What was the movie she was in? Sister Act? Was that it? Wasn't she in Ghost? Patrick Swayze. Anyway, this article says Whoopi Goldberg says America should ignore war in Ukraine as it's just two groups of white people fighting. Because if you remember what she said about that thing that I'm not going to say anything about here on Hoffcast, but if you remember what she said about that thing that happened a long time ago, this is a funny joke. So Whoopi Goldberg again made waves after publicly questioning why America should care about the war in Ukraine since it's just two groups of white people doing it out. She says, I can't read that word. How could this possibly end up being Jin? They're all white, said Ms. Goldberg as her co-host nodded in unison. Oh, The View. That's our favorite show here on Hoffcast as well, if you don't know. We love The View. And we love Whoopi Goldberg. Funny, her last name's Goldberg. I don't know if that, I don't know. She says, has anyone seen a picture of the Ukrainian army? How about the president and his cabinet? Not even a suntan. Now I educated myself and I realized now it was wrong to dismiss the H because it wasn't just white people involved. There were also J's. I also learned that not all J's are white. But look, there are no J's over in Ukraine. So this is exactly what I thought the H was, a bunch of white people killing each other. I say, let them at it. Joy Behar nodded ferociously, still furious that the invasion had delayed her Russian river cruise. Barbara Walters started to say that she thought the Ukrainian president was J, but her face once again froze in place. A producer quickly moved the program to commercial before downing a bottle of Prozac and calling Colbert to once again book Mrs. Goldberg. At publishing time, Ms. Goldberg had issued yet another apology for calling Kennedy's silly disagreement among white people. These are good jokes. These are all really good jokes. I wish I could write jokes like that. And then we got, speaking of Joe Rogan here. Also, hey, Real Cosmology, what's up, man? What's up? Always loving having that gentleman by. Very wise man. He said, well, I guess they ignore B-on-B crimes, so they should be fair. I don't know if I'm going to share opinion on that, but you can look up statistics on things, I suppose. Maine says he was driving, just got home. Well, don't be driving and being on Hoffcast. Just wait till you get home. I want you to be safe, buddy. I'm glad you risked your life to watch Hoffcast and comment on here. I really appreciate it. Cheers, Bane Bear. But if you need to wait till you get home, just wait. Buckle up, you know. Don't drink and drive. Real says, uploading something on here so I'm not on my main page. Gotcha. You had a great show the other night, buddy. Great show, man. Really enjoyed it. So, let's see. Here's another Babylon Bee article, satire. Because we were speaking of Joe Rogan there a minute ago. This one is Neil Young threatens to leave Spotify again unless Vladimir Putin backs down from Ukraine. This almost sounds like a real article, does it? I think they all do, but still, like, they're not these ones. Who's more handsome between those two guys? Vote in the chat. Who's more handsome between Neil Young and Vladimir Putin? But both of them, their mamas love them, you know. Says musician Neil Young has delivered a harsh ultimatum to Russian President Putin, stating that he must either fully retreat from Ukraine or he will pull all of his songs from Spotify again. Shit, not again. He says, it's time to hit Putin where it hurts. Sanctions are not enough. That's why I'm bringing out the big guns and threatening to pull all my songs from Spotify. He said it proudly. Somebody's got to stand up to this guy, so why shouldn't it be the most legendary musician of all time? Speaking of himself. See, it sounds like it would be true, right? The message was promptly delivered to the Kremlin, but they were oddly unresponsive. Sources claim that Young has brushed this off, stating, they obviously think I'm bluffing. They wouldn't dare continue their Ukraine. I can't do a Neil Young. Hard miner for a heart of gold. I don't know. He sucks. But they obviously think I'm bluffing. They wouldn't dare continue their Ukrainian occupation if they truly understood my entire discography was on the line. Oh, no. Just like the Junior Olympics, right, Shane? For many, this announcement by Neil has placed them in a weird spot. Obviously, we want Putin to withdraw from our country, but it'd be kind of nice if all Neil's music suddenly disappeared from Spotify, said the Ukrainian president. At publishing time, Neil Young had pulled his music from Spotify, Apple Music, and even Napster. Oh, no, not Napster. It's over. It's over now. He took it off Napster. Vladimir Putin had still not retreated to Russia. Oh, geez, Brian Stelter. No. All kinds of handsome fellas on this page. I got to click off this. Look up that song, Brian Stelter, by Ryan Long. It is hilarious. Ryan Long's a funny guy. I don't think I could show it on here. I don't know if it's copyrighted or not. It's so good. Probably isn't, but it's such a good video. You should probably check it out. And I think this is my last satire article here. And then we'll get to we'll just get to some crazy stuff from the world, I guess, you know. This one's still, you know, on the verge of crazy. Once again, Babylon Bee, satire, not a real article. Putin receives Nobel Prize in Medicine for ending the Corvid. Oh, look at that. He's receiving his award right there. Click off this ad. It's blocking my whole reading view. Okay, so here, back to the article. This is in Switzerland. After serious deliberations deep inside, once again, satire. After serious deliberations deep inside the super secret Nobel Prize compound in Switzerland or wherever, I love how they threw that in the article, or wherever, the Nobel Committee of Medicine deciders have awarded the coveted Nobel Prize in Medicine to Russia's President Vladimir Putin for single-handedly ending the Corvid practically overnight. News of the swift and nearly miraculous end to a years-long plan came to a serendipitous moment for members of a certain American political party. And Jen Psaki says, while Putin should receive credit for ending this pandemic, I shouldn't have said that word. Allegedly, this is satire. YouTube, this is satire. if you're watching, which I know you are. President Brandon also deserves praise for ending it and fulfilling yet another campaign promise, like all the other campaign promises he totally keeps fulfilling. Not Psaki said to a journalist and future co-worker at MSNBC. Because there's a joke that whenever Jen Psaki leaves, that she's just going to be a journalist on NBC, which is guaranteed what's going to happen. Says yes. She said yes. Putin's magical ability to end this bodes well for any Democrat running for re-election this November, but that's just a happy coincidence. It's too real. Thanks to the Russian president's decisive blow against the core of Democrat-run states across the U.S. immediately began lifting draconian, life-crushing, and statistically R, mask, and V rules in workplaces, restaurants, and even schools. This great news about the scientifically plausible and immediate end to the plan is sure to be one of alleged President Brandon's main talking points during his first State of the Union speech, which I think is tonight. Is it going on right now? I don't know. There's probably more people watching Hoffcast right now than watching that thing, which I thank you for watching Hoffcast right now. Cheers to all you bosses. Appreciate you. So anyway, says President Putin showed up in person to receive the Nobel Prize and asked to stay in the super secret Nobel Prize compound as he was hiding from mobs of angry Russian citizens for no apparent reason. I gotta stop scrolling down. Brian Stelter. So it is kind of funny how that happened, right? Like just overnight, it's just all gone. Like almost like it's weird. Where me and Shane work, they don't even care anymore about any of that stuff. When's the last time I don't even remember last time I know someone who caught it and was positive. It's been a while. It's been a minute. Let me get to the chat here. Bain says, I was a mile away at the QT. I typed what up, legends, and drove. Oh, okay. I'm sorry. I just want you to be safe, man. That's all I'm saying. I just want you to be safe. I don't want it to be your last time watching Hoffcast. You driving one down the road, commenting. I'm just kidding, man. Barb says Putin. Am I saying it wrong? Is it Putin? Putin? Trumpy Bear, what's up? Says howdy everyone in my cuz Hoffy Bear. Yeah, that's what I'm known in. That's what I'm being known as. Like says bro sub YouTube channel Patrick Lancaster. I'll check him out. I'll check that out because I'll rewatch this later on when I go through it. I'll do it. Nick, what's up? What's up, my guy? I'm lucky he's still my friend after yelling at him for an hour last week. I appreciate both him and Real and Chrissy and everyone on the stream, putting up with my madness last week. I was in a mood, that's for sure. But I do appreciate you, and I'm glad you see through the madness sometimes. Just I'm trying to come from a good place, but I get a little too excited sometimes. Not gonna lie, I get too excited. I love doing this. I love talking to you guys. Cheers. Cheers to that. Nick says, anyone else rooting for Russia? Ukraine ain't that. Oh, cool. Nick, you're gonna love this show tonight. Then, all right. If that's your opinion, which I'm not rooting for Russia. I'm gonna be honest with you. I don't even know enough about what's going on to pull for any of them. I think there's shady stuff going on all around, and that's what is gonna make up pretty much a lot of the show tonight, is looking over that kind of stuff, because I'm not here to promote one side or another. I'm just here to kind of show you how a lot of things that they're showing in the media and stuff right now is not maybe what's actually happening. So and I have a lot to go over, trust me, a lot, way too much. We'll try to get through it all, but I think if you check out this Hoffcast, you watch through it, you're gonna have if you don't already have the perspective that maybe me and Nick have on things, then maybe you'll have a different perspective on things. So let's see here. LaSween, what's up, man? I don't know if you were here. Like, if you just joined, yeah, you were here. Gone through it. I'm sorry. The chat's getting out of hand. I love you guys. I love the participation. LaSween said so many people had the core of dead wrong. Like Aaron, Matt, who are getting right to the truth on the military and the MIC, while countless core of truthers fall victim to statism or wartime patriotism. I know I read that terribly, but I totally get what you're saying. And once again, if you're gonna love tonight's show, once we get into all this stuff, for sure, because I got a lot, and we're gonna make some connections you might not know about yet. Things I didn't know about until I heard about them recently. I did the research, and like, holy crap, it's true. Francis, what's up? What's up? All you bosses here tonight, love y'all. LaSween says that the power of the left versus right duopoly. If they can't get you one way, they got you another. All the roads lead to supporting and beholding the state. I just think it's funny how people always feel like they have to be tribalistic and pick a side, and like they have to stand with that side no matter what it is, when like sometimes both sides kind of suck. You know what I'm saying? Like sometimes that happens. Both sides kind of suck. And why not just stay out of it and be your own side? There can be more than two sides. You ever seen a triangle? You ever seen a square? In fact, two sides don't even make a shape. It's just a line, two lines together. I'm a geometry expert, by the way. So let me see. Nick says, I don't promote one side or the other, but I don't like you. Well, fair enough. LaSween says the Last American Vagabond and Corvid. I know you're always talking about Corvid. I've seen some of his stuff. I was watching some of his Bill Gates stuff there like last year. He says they're still holding up as some of the only lights in the dark psyop night. They've still never failed me. I beg of y'all to jump on their train for sure. He's always singing their praises. That's for sure. At least I know he talks about Corvid a lot. And thank you for the information you sent me, by the way, through email, LaSween. I do appreciate it. So, what else we got here? I mean, it's a big mountain to climb. There's a lot going on. I think, first of all, I would like to start with, I know what I want here because it's pretty important. So this one is, we'll get to the Russia-Ukraine stuff here very, very shortly. I'm hoping I can show this, you boss. I'm hoping I can show this. This is from weather.com. It's the Weather Channel. So I'm hoping I can show this. It says new study finds Corvid, or Corvid, you know what I'm saying, DNA linked to MOD ERNA. Patent filed in 2016 sparks discussion on lab leak theory. Allegedly. YouTube, allegedly. So this is, if you don't understand what this is saying, this is absolutely insane. Let me get back to this here. Well, I lost my dang tab. I got so many of them up. Be patient with me. Be patient with me, bosses. I lost my tab. There it is. Found it. All right, we're back. We're back, baby. All right, here, let's go. So this is from 4 days ago. And if you don't know what this is saying, it's saying that this brand right here that I'm highlighting, it starts with an M, and they've done the cures recently. It says new study finds that they have a patent filed in 2016 linked to DNA matched with the one that the Corv attacks, basically. I'm no scientist here. I'm just reading you what I'm seeing. So anyways, it says a team of international researchers, including from India, have found that the Corv contains a tiny chunk of DNA that matched the sequence patented by M 3 years before the onset of the plan. Can you believe this? Can you believe this? It's absolutely unreal. It's like I don't know what the number is, but it's I know Salty Cracker was talking about it on a video the other day, and it was found on, you know, info hyphen was. If you want to, you know, you can't even show their stuff on here. It's crazy. I think that's why I got one of my last strikes. Anyways, it says the findings published in Frontiers in Virology has raised new suspicion that the Corvid virus may have been tinkered with and within a, could you believe it, a lab. The scientist team, including, I can't read these names, showed a tiny snippet of genetic material owned by M in the virus's spike team. But records show that M had filed the patent in February 2016 as part of its cancer research division. Well, I don't like the sound of that. Let's reread that if you didn't hear what I just said. Records show that the M brand had filed the patent in February 2016 as part of its cancer research division. Okay. In the study, the team compared the Corvid makeup to millions of sequenced proteins on an online database. The illness is made up of 30,000 letters of genetic code that carry the information it needs to spread, known as nucleotides. It is the only Corvid of its type to carry 12 unique letters that allow its spike to be activated by a common enzyme called furin, allowing it to spread between human cells with ease, allegedly. I'm reading from the Weather Channel YouTube. Don't take me down. Analysis of the original genome found it shared a sequence of 19 specific letters with a genetic section owned by M, which has a total of 3,300. I know this is getting like too much in the numbers side. So let's just get what you're saying. So the matching code may have originally been introduced to the Corvid genome through infected human cells expressing. See, I don't. This is all foreign language to me. What he's saying, we're talking about a very, very, very small piece made of 19 nucleotides. A young virologist at Warwick University said it. So it doesn't mean very much, to be frank. If you do these types of searches, you can always find matches. Sometimes these things happen fortuitously. That's not what I heard. I heard this is like a 1 in a quadrillion chance or something like that is what's going on. So I see how at the end of it they're twist. You know, it's from Weather Channel, so they're trying to twist it. But I'm going to show this video after that. So let's check this one out. This is linked. Where's this one at here? No. So this from Fox, so take it what you will, but this is a pretty good video. It says the M brand CEO on Russia invading Ukraine and a new Corvid variant. So let me see here. We're just going to skip through some of this. Hopefully there's no ads. If there are, I'll just read through some of it. The point of it is, like, he said something else in here that when she asked him a question about it.
I thought Booth 47 was Lords of Triniton.
Lords of what?
Rick, it's the portal.
Yeah,
Give me the
ad.
password.
Dang it. Now I clicked on the ad. I'm supporting the dang ad. Dang it. I just wanted to mute it. Get out of these ads. They're a disease, man. These ads are a disease. Oh, you still got to play it. Screw that. I'm just going to read. But hopefully, it doesn't even say the good part. Basically, she questioned him on this. Maybe I can find it through the VidMax website, because I swear there's this crazy video of him saying this stuff and trying to deflect it. So anyways, hope you all are doing well tonight while I'm looking this up here for you real quick. I should have been, I thought I had this one up earlier, but I just figured I could maybe just get it all right there in that one. But I got it up for you right here. Here we go. I got it for you. So this one, it's a 7:30 mark. The CEO admits that could have been created in place in China, using M's genetic sequence patent. So we're going to skip to 7:30, I guess.
About the quarter and what is ahead is the CEO of Moderna.
Billion, as you said.
But what does this guy have anything to say about, you know, Russia and Ukraine and stuff?
This story that has been circulating, no doubt you saw it, about the origins of COVID. We've all been trying to understand how this started and whether or not this did come from a lab in Wuhan. Let me ask you what the Daily Mail is reporting. It says more evidence COVID was tinkered with in a lab. Now scientists find the virus contains a tiny chunk of DNA that matches sequence patented by Moderna 3 years before the pandemic began. Your reaction, Stefan, what can you tell us?
So my scientists are looking into those data to see how accurate they are or not. As I've said before, the hypothesis of an escape from a lab by an accident is possible. You know, human makes mistakes.
Oh my gosh.
Is it possible that the Wuhan lab in China was working
on
viruses enhancement or gene modification? And then there was an accident where somebody was infected in the lab and then infected their families and friends. It is possible.
Unbelievable. Covered up for 2 years and now they're oh, we didn't patent it. It could have came out of somewhere else. Don't just look away from that. Yeah. Also, what about Russia and Ukraine? I'm the CEO of a very rich company.
Sequence patented by Moderna for cancer research purposes, Stefan.
Yeah, and that's the type of things that the team is looking at very carefully to know is it real
this guy's
or
a worm.
not. So it's
a sleazeball.
Time to analyze all the genetic sequence.
Well, Stefan, again, really important work that you and your science.
Yeah, guy can go F himself. Let me tell you, that guy's evil. That guy's definitely evil. Let me see what the chat's saying here a little bit. Shane says, "Careful." Yeah, I know. I'm skating thin ice tonight, bud. I'm gonna be doing it all night. Hopefully, I stay. I don't fall through. Anyways, Barb says you can easily look up the white papers on it. Yeah, I've seen the links for those a couple times. It's a lot to read through, let me tell you. And I actually just recently got this book. Speaking of a lot to read through, I got this book right here by Robert Kennedy. You've probably seen it before. If not, I bought this book thinking it was be like 120 pages, and it's like over 400 freaking pages. So I'm gonna enjoy the next 2 lifetimes trying to get through this thing. But it's very detailed from what I've got through so far. It's pretty awesome. But yeah, just got that the other day in the mail. I'm excited to try to read through that. As you all know, I'm like really good at reading. I can't pronounce any names. I don't even pretend to. So I can't pronounce that name. I don't want to be, insulting to people. Real says Alex Jones. Well, you do great, Alex Jones. The Charcoms. Charcoms are turning the frogs gay. Swing says he finds that the M story is proof that there's no Corvid at all. Just test manipulations and societal strain stresses alongside the already standing chemical genesis that's unfolding. I agree with you completely on that. Real says it might be believable if any illness in history had ever been isolated, but none have. That's true. That's also true. Not even, I guess, like the HIVs or whatever. Bridgeless Troll, what's up? How you doing? Glad you're here. Welcome to Hoffcast. Love all you bosses. I know I say it a lot, but I just want you to know I do. Barb says the original patent was around 2008 and then sold allegedly. Whoa, okay. Now we're talking. Now we're getting into some real theory there. Real 12 letters, 12 tribes. Oh, yeah. Are you doing like a Bill Burr? Oh, I don't want to say it. I would say it like you. I don't want to take the Lord's name in vain. I don't believe in the germ theory, how sickness is spread. I don't know. I've heard. I don't know too much about. There's like terrain theory and germ theory. I don't know too much about that. They've been trying to get that tech to market for a few years. Were denied on safety grounds. Just needed the right major crisis. Absolutely. Prince also says M had never bought a single product, brought a single product to market before this. That's true, or one that worked. That's true. Real says, oh no, it's the Botox lips lady. You're talking about that Fox News lady. Yeah, there's something very off-putting about that woman to me. I don't know if it's the lips or the way she talks like that. I don't know what it is about that lady. I find her very off-putting. She might be a nice woman, I don't know, but something about her. Barb says, this is why I don't donate to cancer research, because the money goes to covers for their mad science crap. Well, that's what I'm going to try to read about in that book. And Line says, M mean modem for Wi-Fi. The juice people transmit a signal from their arm, the same as a modem. Whoa. Yeah, that's kind of weird. The 5G hits it, that's why it's magnetic, allegedly. Shane says, Brandon just said we are not sending forces. Okay. I hope not. We'll see if that changes tomorrow. If the story just keeps changing like constantly. He says, Dr. Andrew Koff explains the difference between terrain and germ theory. Yeah, I need to look more into that. That's for sure. I've heard a little bit about it, but I get it all mixed up because I don't know enough about it. So I'm not gonna say I'm right about anything on that. It says she got punched in the mouth like 6 million times. Well, maybe that's why. All right. So, all right. Let me take a look at the list here, what I got up. While I'm doing that, if you haven't already hit the thumbs up, the like button, please do. And if you're not subscribed, what are you doing? Subscribe to Hoffcast. It's free. I try to bring you a good show every week. I should be having guest 590 on this Thursday. Hopefully that goes through. Hope to hear from him tonight. Hopefully. Maybe. Okay, so maybe I got a couple other things before we deep dive into the stuff that we're going to get to. I think I got maybe one more. Yeah, I got one more. Yeah, let's do. Okay, actually, I got a couple. All right, I got a couple, and it's not going to take long. And we'll get into the deep dive stuff here in just a minute. First of all, this one is kind of deep dive, but it's just like proving what we were saying for a long time. This is our old pal Jen Psaki. She talks to Rob Lowe on his podcast and says talks about the fake White House set. I was talking about this for a long time. No one believed me. They had the pictures of it, obviously, when that came out, but there were tons of videos where alleged President Brandon was standing in front of a green screen, and there's like moments where his hand went through a microphone or something. You say, oh, it's a glitch. Yeah, it's a glitch in the Matrix. Says Jen Psaki opened up about the widely mocked fake White House set, which became the center of a conspiracy theory. Not a conspiracy theory. Saying that the stage was given a digital glow up to make events look a little better visually during the plan. Psaki, I don't care what her age is, made the revelation on Rob Lowe's Literally podcast. She's probably like 200 and an alien, actually. But anyways, when the West Wing star asked her about the South Court auditorium stage, I would call him the Tommy. Well, he wasn't really the Tommy Boy star, but he's in Tommy Boy. Great movie. The commander-in-chief was ridiculed on social media in October for running a Truman Show presidency after he was pictured speaking from the glammed-up stage, which featured a digital view of the Rose Garden in full bloom from a fake window behind him. Biden also received he got his booster on the set, which spawned a social media. I talked about this, which spawned a social media conspiracy theory that the president got his jab from a fake Oval Office and a fake White House. Well, I mean, what are we saying here? And Psaki said it's just a place where you can go do events, but it's really not that exciting. It's kind of just an auditorium, and downplaying it real hard, aren't you, nut Psaki? So, but because of Corvid and because the president wasn't going to travel as much and not as many people were going, of course, he doesn't travel. He's only traveling to Delaware every week, and he never, But anyways, said he was not going to travel as much and not as many people were going to come here. He does a lot of events and actually meetings from there. You can put a bunch of people on screens and be able to see them and talk to them, engage with them in a way that you would do if we had 30 people in a meeting here. See, it's weird, it's weird. Oh, and there's Rob Lowe. He's probably in the Illuminati, It says here, the set, which is located in the allegedly in the South Court Auditorium of the Eisenhower Executive Office building across from the White House. So is it a conspiracy theory, or is it just like fact at this point? But anyways, is being used for events that are broadcast online or involve video conferencing. Brandon used the set multiple times, including for his, we were saying it, for his virtual Corv summit with other world leaders on September 22nd. Psaki also called reporters questions during Brandon's mammoth press conference last month an obsession. See, she's trying to downplay it all. You've heard about that. They're building that wall around it, around the White House, right? Isn't that true? But anyways, yeah, that's just proven. And well, while we're there on that, and we're gonna look at one more example of the fake White House green screen and stuff. Here, I'm bringing it up right now, and you probably haven't seen this, and I've never shown this on Hoffcast before, so get ready.
That's right.
Well, I hope you have a wonderful Christmas.
Well, yeah, I hope you guys have a wonderful Christmas as well. Merry Christmas, and let's go, Brandon.
Let's go, Brandon. I agree. Hey, by the way, where are you in Oregon? Where's your home? I think we lost him.
Yeah.
That's actually, I think that's my favorite part when he goes, I think we lost him. Yeah, I've never shown that on Hoffcast before. So yeah, but I do actually, if you watch this video, it does look like it's totally green screen behind him. Like there's a candy cane in the window. It's all like snowy out there. Like this box over here isn't even angled the same way it should be if they were like in that area. Like the floor is above them. You know, if you look at the baseline, it looks like the floor is above them. This table over here might be real. I don't know, but this flower definitely isn't. None of this stuff behind him, allegedly. So definitely this table. Look at that table. It's a fake table, man. I ain't trying to have no fake table presidents. All right, chat. Nick says 6 million is not enough. She's talking about punching the face to that lady on Fox. Shane says, sorry, I sent that too early. That dumbass said we aren't sending forces to Europe to fight Ukraine. Glad to know he's lost tonight as usual. Ah! Well, there you have it. Enlighten says, virology is a money scam. Virus is a made-up word to deceive the mind. Well, let me read you this. It's like the first line in this booster book here. It's in the introduction. It was by John Abramson, MD, Harvard Medical School. And this is a quote from him. It says, the first step is to give up the illusion that the primary purpose of modern medical research is to improve Americans' health most effectively and efficiently. In our opinion, the primary purpose of commercially funded clinical research is to maximize financial return on investments, not health. That's like the first thing you see in the intro in that book. And that's about as far as I've got. So I'm like 3 pages in. All right, but don't judge me. I got to go back and reread stuff. But yeah, it's pretty wild, right? You know. Real says Psaki was hashed in Transylvania, allegedly. Oh, I believe that. Wookie said, got a bail. Hey, thanks for showing up. Thanks for showing up, man. Cheers to you. Love you, bro. I do a long show. I can't expect people to just be here the whole time with me. I appreciate you if you are, but I can't expect that from people. You know? Sometimes I'm not even here the whole time. I'm like, I kind of lose my mind. Swing low, kick low, Rob low. Down, what are we rapping? Real says, kind of ironic that Brandon built a real wall. Yeah. Except for the fake one behind him in those videos. So it looks like Jill figured it out before. Yeah, oh, yeah, she definitely, for sure. Yeah, I don't think he figured it out, period. I don't even think even at this day, he doesn't know what "let's go Brandon" means. The guy just, he really, he agrees with it. He's pro "let's go Brandon." You heard him right there. Speaking of, I do have one more video on that. Nick said, I would lose my mind if Brandon used Smiley's backgrounds. Chrissy says the Corv is dying down. It's losing its fear potential. It'll die down in the media as we move forward for WW3. Ooh, yeah. Scary thoughts, right? Like trade in one bad thing for another, you know? That's the world we live in. That's the NWO. It's what they want. It's been in a plan for years and years and years. Allegedly. So let me see. Let's see this. We're going to show this one. So I can't show you what website this is from because it could get me in trouble. But this one says, Jill Brandon introduces the camel as the president and then claims that she's just said that to make you laugh. Ah, great.
As many of you know, our vice president's historic path to the White House began before she could even walk, marching with her parents in the civil rights movement, or at least being pushed in a stroller. Since then, she has dedicated her life to pursuing justice and opportunity.
Hold up. By the way, that story was like a proven lie that she just said about her being pushed in a stroller during freedom movements. That story is a straight up lie that Camel Toe Harris said. It was never happened. So if we're going to talk about misinformation, it's coming from this bitch right here. But maybe we hear the real truth from her here in just a second.
Opportunity for all. She is a partner to Joe, especially on issues like voting rights, and is proud to be the first but not the last. Ladies, ladies and gentlemen, the president of the vice president of the
Oh! What a diss to old Brandon there, right? She doesn't even respect the guy. He ain't president in the bedroom, that's for sure.
I just said that to make you laugh.
He ain't got no game no more. That's
the
for sure.
vice president of the United States, Kamala Harris.
What a nice lady that Jill Brandon, you know. See, they only tell the truth on accident because they're so addicted to their lies that they forget what they got to lie about, you know. It's crazy. Oh, man. Nick says, I'm kind of missing the Coroni baloney. I like that phrase. Excuse me. I really like that phrase, Coroni baloney. I haven't heard that one. I'm not sure what's more fun to laugh at. Boomers yelling about it being nonsense, but complying on all fronts, or boomers' sudden love for Ukrainians. Man, talk about my parents, bro. Talk about my parents. Well, I know they're lost. I try to reason with them, but there's no reasoning with them. My parents boomers, you know, so no reasoning. My dad's on the Facebook too much, you know. I don't even have Facebook. It's weird how that flip-flopped, you know. Facebook was the young man's game at first, and then it just flip-flopped. Because once all the old people started coming on it, the young people were like, screw this, we got to get out of here. I don't want our parents, like, checking out our lives and seeing all the pictures of me getting drunk in college and shit. So, got to get off the Facebook. Yeah. He said they should have used a staircase instead. I agree. Francis says Joe has called her, yeah, many times. I wish I had a compilation of that up, but yet this is becoming a trend. Is it not? It's becoming kind of a trend. He also says buy him his. That's why he likes Pfizer so much, because they made Viagra, you know. And he's a big believer in that, that's for sure. Okay, Chris. Barb says, Chrissy, doing well, just hustling for our move to our new land. So excited. sister, she's excited. So, hey, congrats on your new land as well, for sure. I don't know what he's referencing here. Do you even? I don't know what that means. I don't know. Francis says, I feel on boomers. Nick says, bottom biting bad. All right. Might as well let's this is gonna be a lot here. Okay. Give Hoff a second. Give Hoff a second to get prepared for all this stuff. And if you haven't already hit the like button or subscribe, make sure you do. Because Hoff loves you and he'd love you even more if you did it. So the first thing I think we're going to watch is going to be a little bit of, a little bit of cringe. And I apologize. You may have seen this video. I hate when I say that. I say it all the time. Maybe you've seen this video. I don't know if you have or not. I don't know. I have to say it every time. I'm going to show it either way. So, Barb says no man would need Viagra if they just stop. Well, are you saying Joe Biden? Are you saying Joe Biden jerks off a lot? Because I think that man definitely needs Viagra. Oh, he's talking about Ukraine. Cocaine in the Ukraine. Cocaine straight through the brain. I actually, some of the information I'm going to show you tonight is from the No Mercy podcast I listened to this week, which I have to shout out to that because I like to credit my sources, They spoke about this video here, actually. So, Chrissy says, Hoff is the best hair. 16 years in the biz. Have yet to come across that kind of guy. I appreciate you. You know what? Even in real life, in my day-to-day life, my mullet has become basically who I am. And it happens like all the time. People just, I love the hair, man. Love the hair. I've never had that before. You got to grow the mullet. And I've realized, like, when you see other people with mullets, like people I work with, meet some people like this guy the other day randomly ran into had a mullet, and he was like, hey man, nice mullet. And I said, same right back at you. It's like a brotherhood, the mullets are. And it's kind of like when two motorcyclists pass by each other on the highway and they kind of give the little wave. That's kind of like mullets are. You see another mullet, you got to compliment it, you acknowledge it, and it's really just a nice group to be in. Let me tell you, a very loving group. I haven't met someone yet with a mullet that I don't really like. Bob says, dude, he would love to sniff your sweet mullet. Are you talking about Brandon? I'm pretty sure Brandon would love to sniff the mullet. Chrissy said, I adore it. I wasn't a fan prior. Well, I mean, it grows on you. Terrible joke, and I apologize. It used to be like that with Jeeps till every flame. Hey, the mullet, though, I don't care. If I start seeing, it's already a gender-neutral haircut. So what I'm going to say, if I start seeing, like, groups of people I don't like have the mullet, I'm going to cut it. Nah, I'm my own guy. I'm keeping my mullet. That's bending the knee, and I won't do it. I won't bend the knee with my mullet, okay? Let's get back to the show. Stop talking about my damn mullet. Anyways, am I sharing this? Yes, I am. Okay, so this is a 90. I didn't know this. She was from 90210. But look at this lady. She's got better hair than me, that's for sure. She definitely spends more time on it. 90210 actress posts a ridiculous poem to Putin to stop the war, gets roasted by fellow celebs. I mean, there's like half the people who love her and half the people, And this is absolutely this is cringeworthy. I'm just giving you a heads up on this. It's kind of hard to watch. It says celebrities never seem to miss an opportunity to try to use current events to get themselves in the headlines. This was no different for 90210 actress. That show was from the 90s, I think they rebooted it like everything else. Anyways, Anna Lynn McCord, who posted this ridiculous poem on her Twitter page. Skip ahead if you can't tolerate it to the follow-ups from Kate at Barstool Sports and fellow actress Amanda Abington, who stars in the show Sherlock. So we're gonna get responses here too. All right, let's check this out. And like I said, I warn you, this is gonna be tough to watch.
Dear President Vladimir Putin, I'm so sorry that I was not your mother. If I was your mother, you would have been so loved, held in the arms of joyous light.
Oh,
Never would the stories plight the world unfurled before our eyes, a pure demise of nations sitting peaceful.
Already, this lady's already like, this is gonna change the world.
The world would have been warm.
Yep.
So much laughter and joy, and nothing would harm. I can't imagine the stain, the soul-stealing pain that the little boy you must have seen and believed.
Put a beat behind it, it might not be bad.
Thought quickly taught that you lived in a cruel, unjust world. Is this why you now decide no one will get the best of you? Is this why you do not hide nor away shy from taking back the world? Was it because so early
Someone put
in
a beat
life,
behind
all
that.
that strife racked your little body with fear? If I was your mother, if the world was cold, I'd have died to make you warm. I'd have died to protect you from the unjust, the violence, the terror.
Chris says, can we send her to Ukraine and do a little speech live?
Oh, dear Mr. President.
Great idea, Chrissy.
If only I'd been your mother.
Real says the irony is she's not a mother in real life. Wow.
Would not within your heart imbue a
Did not know that.
to such
Well,
fealty
that's funny, right?
against that world that you
The irony of these people.
Perhaps you would hold dear
The
human
hypocrisy.
life, and on this night, instead of Mother Russia, you would call me. And I would set your mind quite free with the love that only a mother can give and only a mother can take away.
She's almost got me sold, but it's fake.
Promise of a man, whatever your story, Mr. President Putin. I can't imagine how it feels in your heart, but I know if I was your mother, I would be a start towards the awareness of what a powerful being of light you could be if your mind was only free from the violence you've seen when you were just 2 or 3.
Oh my gosh, this goes on forever. Holy crap.
In a different place when
how many times did she rehearse this? Like how many, she tried like 50 times.
Dear President Vladimir Putin, I'm so sorry that I was not your mother. You would get so many raspberries after your bath. Real funny ones on your little Putin belly. You'd laugh so much you'd shake like a bowl of Putin jelly. If I had been your mother, I'd let you stay up late to watch 90 Day Fiancé. You wouldn't understand it, but we'd have fun anyway. If I were your mother, I would rely upon you heavily for likes on Instagram before you were evil, which would build your self-esteem, and you'd say, I like myself the way I am. If I were your mother, you wouldn't have to invade Ukraine. Instead, we'd splash in puddles in the driveway in the rain. Perhaps it's not too late. We can spare the world such pain. Come over and bake cookies. We'll use up all the sugar cane. Not too late.
That's a great joke. That's a great joke because I was talking about on my last one about
around the world.
The sugar.
If you're thinking of posting any kind of poetry, sonnet, Shakespeare text, or Wind Beneath My Wings sung in different keys and then mashed together in some hideous montage in order to help the people of Ukraine, please don't. It doesn't serve anyone. It just makes you look like a dick. What you could do are 2 things. Either shut the fuck up and don't do anything, or you could donate some money to the Ukraine people and make sure that they're getting enough supplies and food and being looked after. They're the 2 things you should do. The poetry, sonnets, and Shakespeare is something you should steer.
Oh, this one's not as funny, but she's being real.
So, to recap, no poetry, no sonnets, no singing ridiculous songs. Just be quiet and shut the fuck up. Thank you.
All right, well, there you go. Oh yeah, remember when they all sang "Imagine"? That was awesome. You know, that was about as. I think that might have been cringier than this was, but Will Ferrell, what happened to you, man? Seth Rogen, what happened to you, man? Sarah Silverman, she's never cool. And then you got Gal Gadot, Wonder Woman, what you doing? Wonder Woman, what you doing? It's like one of the few DC movies I liked. There's a new Batman movie coming out, right? With Robert Pattinson. Okay. Yeah, cocaine in the Ukraine. Look at this here. Hunter Biden's pal sentenced to prison for role in fraud scheme. This is from February 28th, New York Post. Huh. Go figure, right? How many times they try to put Trump in jail? They can't do it. And then all the people around like Hunter Biden, it's only a matter of time, I think. And before that guy sells enough art to keep himself out of the jail cell. Anyways, a former business partner of Hunter Brandon was sentenced Monday to more than a year in prison for his role in a scheme to defraud a Native American tribe of some $60 million in bonds. Holy crap, that is sick, dude. That's disgraceful. That is disgraceful. The evilness of these people. There's no lows they won't sink to. $60 million in Native American tribe bonds. It's the defendant Devin Archer was to 1 year and 1 day. That's it. He said the crime was too serious to let him just walk. Are you serious? There's no dispute about the harm caused to real people. Abrams said nothing to noting to that the defrauded tribe, the Oglala Sioux, is one of the poorest in the nation. I wonder why. Because the Brandons keep stealing from them. Archer will also have to pay more than $15 million in forfeiture by himself and more than $43 million in restitution. So that's almost back up to the $60 million they stole. So good. At least he has to pay all that money back. But I think he should do more time in jail. Like people steal like less than that. I think they do more time. The convicted fraudster has maintained his innocence, and they all do. Intends to appeal the conviction and sentence. His attorney said in court on Monday. In brief statements to Abrams just before Archer was sentenced, he and Schwartz claimed he was taken advantage of by corrupt businessmen who wanted to use him in the scheme. His attorney said he came under the influence of a person he trusted too much and didn't ask enough questions. Well, you just said who was at fault because he didn't ask enough questions. You can tell this guy, he's a trustworthy looking guy. He doesn't look like a scumbag at all. Neither does his attorney. Archer, his voice quivering at times, said it was nothing less than surreal that he had been convicted and was facing a prison sentence Monday. I wonder, it's still $60 million from Native Americans. I wonder why you're in court. He said, I was doing too many things at once, not paying enough attention, Archer said, of his involvement in the fraud. I have deep remorse for the victims of the crime. He said, yeah, I'm sure you do. Get on your knees and beg. He said, adding that he was also distraught about the pain he caused his friends and his family. Now he's ashamed of it. Just like that guy we caught in that hotel, you know, the guy from Facebook I was showing on my show last week. So I'm most sorry for my family and they're only sorry when they get caught. You know, that's what I'm saying. They're only sorry when they get caught. These slime balls here. Prior to his arrest, Archer served with Hunter Brandon on the board of Burisma Holdings. Board of Burisma. That's in the Cocaine in the Ukraine song. A Ukraine-based energy company. It's all falling in place. In sentencing memo filed earlier this month, Schwartz argued that Archer provided real value to Burisma during his time on the board, but he resigned. Real value, I'm sure, after his arrest in the case in 2016. So he was arrested already? Brandon had no connection to the fraud scheme Archer was sentenced for on Monday. Well, fact check that, you know. They won't fact check anything else. Or they'll fact check everything else, but they won't fact check that, right? Archer was convicted by a jury of conspiracy to commit securities fraud and security fraud after a trial. I think that's... Anyways, a trial in 2018. Prosecutors charged that Archer and his co-defendants bought more than $60 million in bonds from the Oglala Sioux, but instead of using them for annuity, they used them to build a financial services mega company. Wow. Okay. And look at it. Look there. Look right there. Look at it. Look at that hair. Talk about good hair. Look at this guy. Excuse me. There's no way. There's no way that's a rug. No, I can't. No, I can't scroll back. And then you see Hunter and the big guy right there. Yeah, 10% to him. 10% to the big guy. Archer served with Hunter Brandon on the board of Burisma Holdings, a Ukraine-based energy company. Has known the Brandon family for years. And there's good old Hunter right there. You know, what a good boy. Archer became a key player in the scheme, anticipating that when the scheme succeeded, he would helm the resulting conglomerate and ultimately reap massive profits from its sale. Prosecutors wrote in a sentencing memo earlier this month. After his conviction, Abrams granted Archer's request for a new trial, but her decision was overruled by a federal appeals court, and the conviction was reinstated. At his sentencing, Abrams acknowledged Archer was not the leader of this scheme and did not attempt to obstruct justice, as a number of his co-defendants had. I wonder if Brandon was involved. Archer did not benefit financially and lost cash because of it. I'm sure he is now. It says an attorney for Brandon did not return a request for comment. Yeah, Mr. Archer, his attorney says Mr. Archer is obviously disappointed with today's sentence and intends to appeal. It's unfortunate that the judge, who has previously expressed concern that Mr. Archer is innocent of the crimes charged and reiterated that belief today, felt she was constrained not to act on her independent assessment of the evidence. Okay. All right. Well, good luck, sir. Godspeed to you. You know. All right, I need to get back to the chat for a second here. Whew. It's already almost 10 o'clock. Been about 10 till almost. I get sad because these shows fly by and I have such a good time. Love having new bosses here. Let me see. Okay. Talk so much, I dry out. You know, I'm not helping myself any. Get some water. Let me get some water. Drink some water, Hoff. Anyways. Barb says, if some butts were candies and nuts, we'd all have a Merry Christmas. Gag. I don't know what the gag is, but I get what you're saying there. I totally get what you're saying. Barb says, another Xanax lady. Yeah, talking about that lady who was reading the poem. Yeah. And then, you know, there's a rating system here in the chat. It has nothing to do with my show. It has to do with Real Cosmology's show. So check out his show if you want to get what the rating system is there. Ridgeless says it literally might make Putin take on his life. Ooh. Or take, yeah. Well, I'm glad I read it like that because I know what you're saying. It might take his OWN. Yeah, I see what you're saying. But Chris says hello, but that's dark. Barb says Putin would laugh so hard at this shit and then have a shot of vodka. Yeah, you know, it's kind of funny that you say that. I got an email yesterday from this company who wants to pay me to put like an ad for their project in like some of my videos or something, and like, yeah, I'll make money, sure, but it says it was a Czech project. I'm like, oh geez, here it's Putin. He's trying to pay me to advertise for him. I don't think that's really it. It's just funny. The line says gal is trans, possibly. I don't know. Haven't been there. Haven't done that. Real Cosmology says when you have Alan Dershowitz on your dream team of lawyers, it's hard to put you in jail. Yeah, that guy's dirty. Yeah. I watched that Netflix series on Jeffy Epi, and he was a big player in that, like him and Les Wexner or whatnot. Year and a half at a Federal Reserve. We'll sure teach him. Yeah, talking about that guy we're just talking about there, for sure. Yeah, it's going to be easy going for him. He lost money on it, you know. What an inconvenience to that guy, right? He lost money on that $60 million. He's still rich as hell, and he's going to have a good time in jail because he's not really going to jail. It's, like you said, it's going to be like a resort. All right. What else we got going on, bosses? What else we got going on here tonight? Because we've only skimmed the surface, but it's gonna be hard to keep all of this in line. If we're gonna talk about okay, we'll just maybe watch this video here real quick. We'll watch a couple more videos, and then we'll get into the deeper stuff because I got some stuff coming. I promise, bosses. I got some stuff coming that's gonna be. I don't know what you'll think of it, but I thought it was kind of mind-blowing. So let's take a look at this video here. CNN airs Applebee's commercial over their coverage of bombs raining down on Ukraine. All right, let's check this one out.
And a little bit of chicken fried. Cold beer on Friday night. A pair of jeans.
What the hell? Sorry, what's it?
5 swings for $1 with any handcrafted burger. Only at Applebee's.
Whoa. Okay.
And a little bit of chicken fried. Cold beer on Friday night.
Wow. Talk about bad taste. Applebee's and their bad taste, you know. Real Cosmology says your dog is having a ball over there. Yeah, she's just cleaning herself, you know. She wishes I was paying more attention to her because she wishes I was paying attention to her constantly. You know, it's warming up, allergy season. She's got allergies. I got allergies. You know, a little bit of that today, that's for sure. It was a nice day out there. It was a beautiful day here where I live. So Nick says, I don't know why, but all this Ukraine stuff is making me hungry. Let's go to Applebee's, right? Why? What made you think of that? I don't know. Just had a hankering for Applebee's. Just jonesing some Applebee's. You know? Fiending for the bees. All right, so let's take a look. I haven't actually watched this video, so let's watch it together because this will be fun. And it looks like I like the title. Typically, I watch my videos before I show them, but this one I haven't watched. It says this guy, I guess this guy went up to Bill Gates. Well, maybe this isn't the same one. No, this is not the one I was thinking of. But anyways, it says Bill Gates wants the world to put people who refuse his jab. And okay, just see what this one is. Why not?
Do you believe it's possible to prevent the next pandemic?
Say again?
Is it possible to prevent the next pandemic?
Yes, if every country does what Australia did, then you wouldn't be calling it a pandemic. That's all.
Okay. Well, I don't know if that was I don't know if that was too telling of a video, but I still don't like the guy. Hey, Carrie, you all right? She wants to be on the show now. Okay, we'll watch maybe a couple more videos, just some stuff. We'll bring up some articles here in a minute. Let's check this one out. CNN journalists magically appear right where Russians are airdropping, get completely left alone by Russian troops. So here we're going to start getting into the stuff, the meat of the show, I guess. We're going to start getting into the meat. And this is where maybe things won't make sense individually, but if you look through it all and you start seeing certain concepts and things going on, it'll all start to, I guess it still doesn't make sense to me. I'm still trying to figure all this out, but it's starting to, I don't know, I'm trying to clarify this a little bit for all of us, including myself. So let's take a look at this one here. It says, it's almost like CNN has a Russian insider who is working with the Commie News Network. It's very rare for mainstream media outlets to allow their people out in war zone unless they're embedded with military units. It's also very rare that Russian troops don't shoot or arrest people recording them doing their dirty deeds. Something just doesn't seem right. Either way, this report has some balls of steel.
Right in the middle of the fighting. Matthew, tell us what you're witnessing there.
Stop. Jim, we've come out of the center of the Ukrainian capital, Kiev, and we are here at the Antonov Airport.
Look at him. He's hiding around a corner.
50 miles or so out of the center.
They can't see him.
These troops you can see
or
over
the camera.
Here. Stand up, Lewis. These troops you can see over here, they are Russian airborne forces. They have taken this airport. They've allowed us to come in and be with them as they defend the perimeter of this air base here, where helicopter-borne troops, these troops, were landed in the early hours of this morning to take and to form an air bridge to allow for more troops to come in. You can see these are Russian forces. You can tell they're Russian. I've spoken to them already. You can tell they're Russian. They've got that orange and black band to identify them as Russian forces. I've spoken to the commander on the
Why was he kneeling at
in the
first?
past few minutes, and he said they are now in control of this airport. And within the past few seconds, just before you came to us, they were engaged in a firefight, presumably with the Ukrainian military, which says it is staging a counteroffensive to try and take back this airport. We can tell you now, I'm standing outside the...
I agree. It seems a little bit fishy. I don't know. That just seems kind of weird to me. It's going to get a little bit weirder. What else we got here? Dead air. Sorry about that. Hey, welcome back to Hoffcast, Hoff. Oh, you almost fell asleep. Oh, hey, I'm still here. Welcome to Hoffcast. Glad you guys are here. Anyways, I just did one of those Nancy Pelosi. Good morning, Sunday morning. I had to reboot. Got reboot. So let's see. Let's check this one out here. I thought I just had that thing. Oh, here we go. This one. Fake news journalist sets off an M80 claiming he's near an artillery attack. This blatantly obvious fake artillery attack was yet another example of the media trying to create hysteria around the Ukraine-Russia crisis. The smoke in this explosion resembles no artillery attack I've ever saw in 20 years of watching war videos. Well, I don't know who's writing this and how reliable they are just because they've watched war videos for 20 years, but that's what they wrote. It says, looks closer to an M80. There was no incoming artillery noise. The smoke is black instead of white, and there was no damage to the surrounding areas in terms of shrapnel hitting other objects and buildings. This is obviously staged, allegedly. Perhaps they're getting their cues from CNN. So let's check this one.
Жители покинули свои дома еще в 2014 году, когда... Что такое? Ложись, ложись.
Well, I don't know enough about artillery to make a judgment on that, but it's just weird that it's just a couple guys with no one else around, a few guys, just no one else around, just filming them just firing off a bomb, right, or a missile or whatever the hell that thing is. All right, but I hit the X on that. Dang it. It probably wasn't. I was done talking about Jen Psaki anyway. Done talking about her. Real Cosmology says they used to test air raid sirens constantly in the 50s and 60s on the east and west coast. We get every Wednesday at noon here where I live. We hear the siren. It's like the tornado siren or whatever. It says even in the 70s and 80s. Well, I guess I don't know. I don't know if that's air raid. I don't know what they are. Barb says they were still testing sirens in the 80s when we visited my grandpa in Pennsylvania. So that's why I added those decades. because he remembers. Because has anyone seen the stories with fake soldiers holding fake guns or recycled war footage? Well, Barb, hold on tight, because we're going to get into that for sure tonight. I have a lot more to go over with this stuff. So we are going to be checking this stuff out, kind of working my way up to it. I had so much, I kind of just go on the fly, you know, but I'm figuring it out, and I think I'm doing so far a good job with the way I kind of want to tell this story that I'm trying to present to you all and the way I see it right now. And I'll let you all be the judges. I'm not going to tell you what to think about it. I'm just going to show you what's happening, and you make your own judgments about this. Next says, the finger pointing stage of the psyop. Things do get exciting at that point. Or if these weren't fake, those cardboard guns is like... Real Cosmology says it's literally becoming that scene from Family Guy with the Pretoria. Yeah, that was a good episode. That's one where Fidel Castro was running around the pool. It's like, Fidel, no running. Barb says the age of hilarious. I get that reference, like age of Aquarius. All right, so let's check some of this stuff out here. Let's see what all we have left on the list. So let's go to this article here. Russian propaganda is the latest excuse to expand censorship. This is a Zero Hedge. I want to see a couple of these articles. That's like Tyler Durden writes every article on this, you know, good old Fight Club. Great movie, by the way. Rest in peace, Meatloaf. Cheers. So I'm concerned about... So is this U.S. Senator Mark Warner tweeted on Friday, I'm concerned about Russian disinformation spreading online. So today I wrote to the CEOs of major tech companies to ask them to restrict the spread of Russian propaganda. Oh boy, here we go. And the cyber attacks are coming, ladies and gentlemen, let me tell you. And they're going to blame them all on Russia, hands down. Mark my words. There's going to be cyber. They've already been talking about them. They've already been talking about cyber attacks and stuff with banks and you know, the internet and whatnot. This is actually going on. You can look up news articles. This is happening. This has been planned out. Klaus Schwab, we talked about that guy. You know, he's planning out the fourth industrial revolution. And he said, if you think that the Corvid was bad, wait till there's a cyber pandemic, you know, which we're seeing that it's happening. And if there are any attacks, it doesn't matter who it's from. We could be doing it on ourselves, and they're going to blame Russia no matter what. And what's scary is we don't know, like, what's China going to do on this? Where's North Korea been in the whole subject matter? You know, are they watching? Is Kim Jong-un watching this stuff too? Like, what does he have a say in the matter? It gets real scary when you start thinking about those things. But we haven't really heard from old Kim Jong-un in a minute, as far as I can remember. So I'm going to block that bot there. Speaking of bots, wow, did you see there was a bot there that I just had to block in the chat? They pop up every now and then on most of our streams, and that's weird that I was just talking about this stuff and that happened. It seems to always happen that way, right? So we got this shill here, Mark Warner. Says, I'm concerned about Russian disinformation spreading online. So today I wrote to the CEOs of major tech companies. I wonder which ones. Probably one we're on right now. They're watching Hoff. You know they're watching Hoff right now. To ask them to restrict the spread of Russian propaganda. I'm not really spreading Russian propaganda at all. I'm not trying to spread any propaganda. I'm trying to show you what's fake out there. Because I don't have a horse in this race. I'm just showing you they're all crazy. And who knows what's real and who knows what isn't. Since then, YouTube, I was just saying that, has announced that it has suppressed videos by Russian state media channels so that they'll be seen by fewer people, just like Hoffcast. In accordance, I'm not saying it's Russian state media, Hoffcast. I'm just saying they suppress me so that fewer people see me. That's for sure. especially if I put something in the description they don't like. That's for sure. I know that. I could see that. Anyways, so that they'll be seen by fewer people in accordance with its openly acknowledged policy. Yeah, their policies are bullshit. Algorithmically censoring unauthorized content as well as demonetizing all such videos on the platform. There you go. Also, Google, Facebook, Instagram, Meta, Twitter, they're all deciding what you can and can't see. All right. The shill said, he tweeted again, he goes, glad to see action from the tech companies to rein in Russian propaganda and disinformation after my letter to their CEOs yesterday. He did it. He did it. He won the internet. These are important first steps, but I'll keep pushing for more. Of course you will. For years, U.S. lawmakers have been using threats of profit-destroying consequences to pressure Silicon Valley companies into limiting online speech in a way that aligns with interests of Washington, of course, effectively creating a system of government censorship by proxy. There you go. And it would appear that we're seeing a new expansion of this phenomenon today. I don't think it's a phenomenon. I think it's planned. I think the internet got away from these people, and that's why you see, you know, a lot of people get banned that don't deserve to get banned. You know, myself included. I mean, I'm still here, but Hoff's been struck many times. And the imperial media are pushing for more articles and news segments warning of the sinister threat posed by Russian propaganda to misinform and divide Western populations using the internet are being churned out at a rate that's only likely to increase as this latest narrative management campaign gets into full gear. The Associated Press has a new article out, for example, titled War via TikTok. Oh, geez. Oh, no. Russia's new tool for propaganda machine. I thought it was China's tool for propaganda. I don't know. I thought Russia owned TikTok. Or, yeah, China. Armies of trolls and bots stir up anti-Ukrainian sentiment. State-controlled media outlets look to divide Western audiences. Clever TikTok videos serve up Russian nationalism with a side of humor. Analysts at several different research organizations contacted by Associated Press, go fuck yourselves, said they are seeing a sharp increase in online activity by groups affiliated with the Russian state. That's in keeping with Russia's strategy of using social media and state-run outlets to galvanize domestic support while seeking to destabilize the Western alliance. So we get what they're saying. We get what they're saying. And then you get you gotta love the Twitter post that got the people who aren't Ukrainian and they put the Ukraine flag in there. Oh, you just tell them you're such a good person. Go over there then. Go fight. The Center for Countering Digital Hate, an empire-loyal NGO ostensibly focused primarily on fighting racism and prejudice, has published a report accusing Facebook of failing to label Russian propaganda as such 91% of the time it occurs. Oh my gosh. So I guess 91% of the internet's Russian propaganda. Oh, look at this. Look at this one. I'm not even going to read that. You know. I'm sure I should read it because I actually agree with it so much. I should read it, but I just didn't know. That first word kind of threw me off. So the Nazis in Ukraine, Russian propaganda, U.S.-backed coup in 2014, Russian propaganda, Donbass. I don't know what that is. Provocations, Russian propaganda, U.S. allies armed terrorists in Syria, Russian propaganda. Mass media is propaganda, Russian propaganda. Oh, that's kind of what I'm saying right now. The government's not your friend, Russian propaganda. So at least someone gets it out there besides just your boy Hoff. I think a lot of you guys, a lot of you bosses watching tonight get that as well. It's not that you have to support Russia to see that there's lies that the media are telling you about this. They want you to feel some way about it. And it's there to fearmonger. It's there to make you take a side and make you go against the people that they want something from themselves. In all fairness, that's my opinion. says, I don't know. It says whoever controls the narrative controls the world. Humans are storytelling creatures, so who can ever control the stories the humans are telling themselves about what's going on in the world, the media, has a great deal of control over the humans. Kind of like alien control over the humans. That sounds like aliens. I want to control you, lizard people. Our mental chatter tends to dominate such a large percentage of our existence that it can be controlled. The controller can exert a tremendous amount of influence over the way we think, act, and vote. And that's exactly what, why I made the title of this stream all out of bubblegum, because once you see who these people are, there's no going back. You see them for who they are. Watch They Live, 1988, great movie. Rowdy Roddy Piper. It says the powerful understand this. The powerful understand this, while the general public mostly does not. Mostly, us bosses get it. That's all we've been seeing in these attempts to regulate ideas and information as human communication becomes more and more rapid and networked. And I don't believe it's all human communication. I've spoken about the dead internet theory before, where a lot of these are just bots, as we've seen one of them show up here in the chat just a little bit ago. I've read that the majority of the internet allegedly are bots, just fake stuff. I'd love to do a whole show on that sometime, or a video, or like a long form kind of edit on that one day. It's very interesting to me. So it says that's all we've been seeing in these attempts to regulate ideas and information as human communication becomes more and more rapid and networked. An entire oligarchic empire is built on the ability to prevent us from realizing at mass scale that that empire does not serve us and inflicts great evil upon our world. The question of whether our species can awaken to its highest potential or not boils down to whether our dominators will succeed in locking down our minds, or if we will have some way to break free. There are ways to break free. There's many ways to break free from this. As long, I think my connection with the higher spirituality is the way I've broken free from these lies personally. But I know there's definitely other ways to do it. But for me, that's how I kind of see the truth. And you're free to believe whatever you want about spirituality. I'm not here to talk to you about religion or anything like that. Just for me personally, that's kind of how I do it. So let's see the chat here. What do you all think about that? Right? Pretty wild, The cyber attacks. Yeah. Barb says, and here's the replacement for the Corv censorship for sure. Absolutely. They got to have a reason. It's weird. I just disappeared overnight, It's gone now. Yeah, it just blew away. Nick says, I like Russian property. All that for a potatoes. A scallop potato. Or like, potatoes. What do they say? Samwise, potatoes, boil them, mash them, stick them in a stew. Nick says, Brandon and Putin should get along great. Putin is the master of the snow potatoes, and I love mashed potatoes. All right, that's going in for joke of the night. That's going in the running for joke of the night, even though I never actually award the joke of the night. It's in the running for it. He says the potatoes are Ukraine, allegedly. Here's a joke. Here's a joke. If you want to hear a joke, a really, really, really bad joke about Russia and potatoes. So knock, knock, and you go, who's there? Moscow. Moscow who? Moscow ran out of milk. All we have now to drink is vodka. Terrible joke. I didn't write it. It is from a show. I think it's funny though. So bad. Yeah, no doubt. This is what they're doing. It's all just part of shifting the viewpoint of everything, where the fear should go, because they ran out of the gas on the last one, so they got to make you fear something else and be on that side of it. Girl says, "Oh, now I get it. TikTok has allegedly been less censored than other platforms. Time for TikTok to bite the dust." It's the way it works. They'll come for all of them. Real says social nationalism is the best party, in my opinion. I don't really, I mean, I'll look at more. I see what you're saying there. I see what you're saying there. Oh, I hit the mic. I'm sorry, bosses. Hope I didn't get you. Hope Hoff didn't get you there. Nick says, not going to lie, Barb. I mean, you're all just gonna eat potatoes now. The official food of Hoffcast, potatoes. All right, what else we got? So we got some more going on here. Let's do. I wanted to show this video. I love this guy so much. I'm just going to show a short clip from this because he made some good points. But I've been watching this guy for years. He's one of my favorite YouTubers. I miss when he actually did videos where he'd show his face because I think that kind of added to the funniness. But I'm talking about SC Reviews. If you're not subscribed to this guy, subscribe to him. He does more stuff on like social things and, you know, much more of that than me. But I just think this really fit into what I'm talking about tonight. So I wanted to show this clip. It says Biden bots are out in full force.
Biden bots, apparently they're out in force on social media, all putting out the same tweet, as you can see here. So let's check out what it says. We stand with Biden. If we have to get drafted for war, we will do it. And that is constantly being tweeted by random accounts. So the Biden supporters out there are saying they're going to stand up, get on the first plane out of the US, direct to Russia. But the reality is more like this from SSG Burns. Nobody is getting drafted. 99% of y'all are overweight, on drugs, didn't graduate, can't shoot, can't run, and don't have an ounce of selflessness in you. Relax, your country will not rely on you for protection. I think that is extremely accurate and applies to many countries around the world, not just the US. And I agree with that. I don't think he would have invaded if Trump was still president. But he can see Biden.
Anyways, yeah, SC Reviews, great channel. Check him out. I just thought there was some good stuff to add here to what we're talking about tonight. Cheers to you, bosses. Cheers to you, bosses. And look who's here. Fifth 90 says, what up, bro? I'm still watching the State of the Union crap the government is putting on. Yeah, I didn't think anyone was watching it. You must be like one of five. One of the... I got as many people watching Hoffcast as that guy right now. But let me know how it goes. If you're going to be on the after party tonight, after the show, I don't know if I'm going to go as late as I always do. Probably not. I might just go maybe like 11 or 11:30 around there tonight rather than all the way to midnight because I think I might be able to wrap everything up in that time. And I don't have much else going on besides that, but I do have a lot more to go over here, so stay tuned to Hoffcast. But good to see you, man. I was plugging that we are probably going to be doing a live stream, me and Fifth 90 on Thursday, and I said it'd probably be like I'd say like mind control. Is that the best way to put what you want to talk about? Let me know in the chat, and that's the way I will put it in the description for that, and I'll put it up on Hoffcast.com. Go to Hoffcast.com, ladies and gentlemen, and that's where you can find all your Hoffcast needs and when the next stream will be. I'm such a used car salesman. I even got the shirt for it. Look. It says these people literally have a swass design on their chairs. Oh no. Nick said they want to be drafted like the soft drinks they are. Talking about the people in America who want to stand up, for Ukraine, but they would never do a thing besides just put a flag in there about besides their pronouns, Oh, now I'm getting worked up. No, I don't want to do that. Mitz says, hey, what's up, Mitz? I love Mitz. I'm glad you're here tonight. Thank you for being here. Cheers to all you bosses. Tiff says, in lowercase letters. No, I love you, man. I love you, man. I'm just kidding. I'm watching it on louder with Crowder, so it makes it way more interesting. Okay, and informative. Okay, that's that. If there's any way to do it, I guess that would be the way to go. And then, yeah, Miss says she's been a Bible study. Okay, good. Nice. And Mitz still needs to teach me about those charts she sent me in the emails about I think like astrology and whatnot, because I have a hard time just reading English, you know, sometimes. You know, you watch Hoffcast. So let's see what else we got here. Yeah, cheers to all you bosses tonight. If you haven't yet, hit the thumbs up or subscribe to the channel. Please do so. It really helps me out, and it helps you out because you can see the show if you like it. You know, hit the bell even. Heck, hit the bell so you know when I'm going to be on. I'll notify you. Heck, share it with somebody. If you like the show and you're like, hey, maybe Hoff made some good points here. You know, I put the timestamps up in all my shows, either the night of or the next day, because I do long shows. So if you're like, you can't find exactly what I'm talking about, you're like, he was talking about something, I can't remember exactly where it was. I put the timestamps in the description, so you just go down there and you just click on the time, and it'll take you right to that point in the video. So you're like, Hoffcast, Hoff was talking about Brandon, you know, and then Ukraine. You just go down there, you click on it, and you're there. It's that easy. I try to make it convenient for you all because I know I can ramble sometimes, and I know it just goes all kinds of places. So I, try to keep you organized. Bill says, "Hey, the swass is an ancient Native American symbol, also Nordic, Indian, Chinese, Russian, Australia." Yeah, I've seen that, yeah, but the people who adopted it gave it a bad name for sure. There's no doubt about that. Mitt says, maybe I'll hop backstage tonight and run through it. Absolutely. You're more than welcome to. All of you are welcome to hop backstage for the after show hangout party. We have a good time back there. I'll put the link in the chat. You'll know when I'm about to put the link in because I'm going to start watching UFO videos, and that means Hoff is winding up the show. So this says, yeah, we can talk about the brain and tech, and that's going on in my experience from kid till now. Yeah, we need to save all that. Yeah, I want you to save all of that energy for Thursday 5th. I want you to just let it all out on Thursday. I'm gonna let you talk, and I know I'm really bad at talking over people in my streams. So this Thursday, I'm gonna just do my best to just sit back and just ask questions, and that's it, and not talk over. I might get excited. That's the problem. I get excited sometimes. I get worked up. My mind goes all kinds of different ways. Gears are turning. I'm like, oh man, this is going on. My mouth runs too fast. So I always apologize. I apologize for talking over people. I try not to, but like I said, I just get excited, and I love you guys. Chris says, what such a pro. I don't know about that. I appreciate it though, Chris. You always have kind words. What a kind person. If you haven't been to Chrissy's channel, check her out. Definitely subscribe to her channel. Lots of good stuff, and she streams a lot, and they always talk about good stuff over there until they get taken down for showing Land of the Lost videos. Nick says, YouTube also added this clip to feature videos. Haven't played around with it yet. I'll have to look at that. Normally, I just ring the bell for like streams and stuff. Mark says, great stream tonight. Hoff, having a great time. Thanks. I'm having a great time too with you all. For sure. I always have a great time. I look forward to Tuesday nights more than any night of the week, or like I get so excited about it. I wake up in the morning on Tuesdays. I'm like, oh, tonight's the show night. I can't wait to talk to all my buddies and my friends and go through all this stuff together and try to figure things out. Like it's a really cool time. And I'm getting really excited for Thursdays now too, because I'm having guests on more consistently. And I like having guests on Thursday because I don't have to feel like I have as much responsibility for the show, because I'm not gonna lie, I put a lot of work into this. I try to bring you all like a really good show and with lots of information. I know I'm not always right. I'm not always going to be right. I try to admit that. I try to tell you when I don't know something. So I appreciate you all just helping me out, trying to figure things out. And cheers to all you bosses out there. We got more. I haven't even got to the bombshell yet. Okay. So let me see. I keep delaying it because I'm just looking at all these other things. Okay. Fifth says, once upon a time there was okay, I'll wait. Yeah, just store all that up in you. You know what I mean? Just your stories. And you said you've been kind of going back, and you're going to be really probably way more prepared for Thursday than I was tonight. And I apologize. Well, Sween says, always a great time with Hoffcast. My man, have you ever seen Game of Thrones? No spoilers, but I'm curious. We've been binging it in Sween territory. No, I don't watch TV anymore. It's not that I have anything against it, really. I just I don't have for one, I don't have time for it for a lot of things. I've never seen Game of Thrones. Like if I have TV on, it's just in the background. I got like Undercover Boss on, or My Name is Earl, or something, or Ancient Aliens, or something like that. You know, I don't normally like sit down and watch TV much anymore. I'm a one man crew in my life basically, so I got to take care of things myself all the time, and especially doing a lot of work for Hoffcast here recently. So I just haven't had time for that. I'll play an occasional video game. I was talking about I'm not gonna get into it right now, but I went into the metaverse recently. Chrissy knows about this. I was talking about this with her, and it's crazy, and it can be very addictive. But I haven't spent too much time doing that either. So, but yeah, I try to do a lot of research with my spare time. I don't really I don't watch too much TV or movies, and if I watch a movie, it's an old one, you know. Chrissy says, "Thank you for the plug." You deserve it. You deserve it for sure. And hope you can come backstage tonight. We'll discuss more about things we've emailed about for sure. I don't know what that means, and neither does Chrissy. All right. What else we got here? So we haven't even got to the bombshell yet. I might be going on for a little bit more. Here's what I'm gonna do. We're gonna watch this quick video here. This, speaking of like people not being trained and stuff, this is Russian gun unloads itself live on TV. Ukrainian soldiers, and watch this guy over here on the left, and watch his gun. And tell me that that's maybe not a green screen behind all of them. Might not be, but just, I mean, let me know your opinion in the chat.
Russian aggression in Ukraine and about how brave and heroic is Ukrainian.
Watch the guy on the left over here.
To protect our soil, to protect our future, to protect our freedom and our democracy. We are in the center of Kiev. We are here to protect Ukraine. And the Russian position is about a little bit more than 2 kilometers from here. This is very difficult to explain. What does it mean in the 21st century, in the middle of Europe?
Let's go back. Let's go back.
About a little bit more than 2 kilometers from here. We are in the center of Kiev. We are,
and then the best part is the guy who gets it for him.
To protect Ukraine. And the Russian position is...
I mean, I don't know if this guy's an actor or if he's just a poor soldier, because none of these people in Ukraine really have soldiers. Like, they're just taking dudes off the street allegedly or something like that, you know.
To explain what does it mean in the 21st century, in the middle of Europe, to be awakened by the Russian missile attack, by the Russian air bomb attack.
All right, let me see if I can do this real quick. Hopefully I have this up here. Here we go. So I'm about 2 hours in. I'm 2 hours in right now, bosses. And I'm gonna tell you that I got this email from a guy yesterday who really I've never talked to him before. He's never been here on the show. He found me on BitChute, and he really liked my content, I guess. And maybe I can talk to him soon. I emailed him before the show, letting him know about it. But he's a musician, fantastic musician, and I really like this song he sent me. I asked him if I could play it on my show. And he said yeah. He said I could. So I said, I'm not gonna get struck for showing your song, right? He said, no, it's cool. And he wants to be on sometime, you know, on Hoffcast. So 2 hours in, Hoff's going to take a short intermission, 2 minutes. I'm going to play this song for y'all, and it's really good. And this guy might be a new to Hoffcast soon, maybe. So we'll see how it works out. But regardless, this song is really, really good. And I'm just going to play part of it while I do a short intermission here. Be patient. If you need to take a short intermission yourself, now's the time. And we'll be back for the bombshells.
Lost on a plane with all the remains of history in the games. Here's modern man
Crime to fuel demand. Another century is here. There's a scene of addicts on the dopamine. Boys screaming, go out with the sign. So here's how the story goes. We're slaves, everybody knows. Coerced and undersold. I'll wait for nothing to hide to something is not right. Do everything there might be something to hide. Under the thumb, resign or lose, contrive to think that you're dumb, so you won't try. Cause you learn nothing at all, that's who they'll hide. In the truth, there's power in you if only you would just learn. Anticipate the way. Contradiction, it's entertaining. Love to apply, but it's still just a veil hiding the truth. There's power in you if only you would just start screaming, break down the divide. So here's how the story goes. We're slaves, everybody knows. Coerced and undersold. I'll wait for nothing to hide to something you've not
I really enjoy this song. I'm not even lying. Like, it kind of reminds me of one of my favorite bands, Code in Cambria. This is the band Forest Fires. This song's called Born Screaming. I hope to talk to the guy more soon. He seems like a really cool person. Because he says reminds me of a band I can't think of. I listen to emo years. Can't get the disco. My Chemical Romance. I think it's less. I don't know. Less cut yourself kind of a vibe. Kind of reminds me of one of my favorite bands, Code in Cambria. But yeah, I've listened to a few of the songs and it's all really good stuff. So check him out. I think he's just one guy who makes it. And he said he would like to be on a Hoffcast sometime, so maybe I'll have him on in the future. I'm starting to get a lineup of people now. Like, I'm starting to have to plan weeks in advance to have people on. So I apologize if I can't just get to you like right away, you know, or anyone else who wants to be on Hoffcast. I try, but oh, sorry. Can you hear me now? Okay, sorry. I saw in the chat, Chrissy said we can't hear you. I don't know how much you missed of that. Apologize. All right, so let's see what we got going on here. All right, so I'm going to do this video, which is just a crazy, like, this one's wild. It's short. Thermobaric bomb. Thermobaric. I got one of them thermobaric bombs over there. Turns the night to day. Putin unleashes one of the deadliest weapons in his arsenal on civilians. So who knows if this is real or not, but I think it looks cool. Putin's army is struggling big time in his attempts to take Kiev. Now he's resorted to unleashing one of the deadliest non-nuclear weapons in the world on civilians who are decimating his troops. Thermobaric vacuum bombs. Okay, so this is all part of it. This is all part of it right here. But we're going to watch this video. It looks cool, though. I'm not saying war looks cool. I'm just saying, like, it's like, oh, look, it's pretty wild. See that again. It went up like that, man. I wouldn't be recording that shit. I'd be running. I'm not gonna lie, I'd be running. So you see that one, and then we're gonna take a look at this one. Which it's an article of kind of about this. It's from the was it Daily Star here. Talking about the same bomb. Putin uses devastating vacuum bomb in Ukraine that is against the Geneva Convention. Putin is accused of using a high-powered thermobaric weapon dubbed the father of all bombs. Not the mother, but the father. Go figure. Now they're giving terms like that. In Ukraine, which contravenes the terms of the Geneva Convention. Yeah, go figure. All right, so the bomb is said to be a high-powered thermobaric weapon, which contravenes the term. Yeah, we said that a million times. I'm just reading. Just the devastation that Russia is trying to inflict on Ukraine is large. I think that's an understatement for saying. Look at that. It looks like a Terminator, or not Terminator, like a Transformer or a Godzilla or something coming out of the water right there, if that's real. The explosive is also known as a vacuum bomb. It uses the atmosphere as part of its explosion. Real cosmology, what do you think about that? That it uses the atmosphere as part of its explosion. It is among the most powerful non-nuclear weapons ever developed and is estimated to be about 4 times as powerful as America's Moab thermobaric weapon used to devastating effect against ISIS forces in Afghan. Thermobaric weapons were developed by both the U.S. and the Soviet Union in the 1960s, and in September 2007, Russia detonated the largest one ever made, alerting Western forces to the breadth of its nation's arsenal. I don't look that big. It says it is among the most powerful non-nuclear weapons ever developed. When I was a kid, my grandma's barn burned down, and there was more smoke than that. But anyways, an unnamed official said, "My fear would be that if they don't meet their time scale and objectives, they would be indiscriminate in the use of service. They want to hear the same principles of necessity and proportionality and rule of law that Western forces do." Other weapons understood to be at Putin's disposal include nightmare so-called war toys, such as invisible drones and attack. Invisible drones? And what? Invisible drones. And I mean, are the attack dogs invisible too? Holy shit, what is this? Spider-Man with Mysterio, invisible drones? Oh my gosh. Now I'm saying allegedly for that for sure. So who knows the legitimacy of this article right here at all? Who knows? Putin might have invisible drones. I don't know. That's the I didn't know that. That's news to me. So let's see. Let's get into more of this stuff. I'm almost to the big part of the show here. So this one's just another kind of a point here to make. It's kind of about oil, maybe, you know, perhaps a little bit of this is about oil. Russia's Black Sea Gateway access at risk. And not just maybe Russia's, maybe someone else. Brandon. You know, gas prices going up. Holy crap, gas prices going up. They're just going to keep going up. And you know, libs are like, I don't know why gas prices are going up at this point. Why are gas prices going up? There couldn't be any reason for gas prices to go up at this point. Like, what? You just cannot literally take responsibility for any time you're wrong about anything ever. And you've been lied to so much that you just think that there's no way that you can blame your own side for anything that's wrong in the world. And that's the problem. I'm not for a side. I mean, I think that's good for me. But the problem for a lot of people is they want to pick a side, just like what's going on right here that I'm talking about. And they don't even know why they're picking a side. They've never been there. They've never met someone from that place. They don't know anything. All they can do is go on their social media and put up their little thing in their abouts or their tweets or whatever, and it makes them feel empowered and virtue signaling, and oh, I'm a good person, look at me, I go along with the narrative, I don't question anything, I'm a good person, I'm just gonna follow the line so I don't catch any flack from anyone, I'll get the most likes and retweets of anyone, and everyone else can just F off because they're all wrong. If they're trying to tell me that I'm wrong, they're wrong. You know, I can't have a bigger perspective or point of view on things because I'm owned. I'm a slave to the media. I'm you know, this is who these people are, or a bot, you know. So anyway, the tension between world powers over the Ukraine situation, which has developed into one of the deepest crises in the East-West relations for decades, has been front and center for the last few weeks, obviously. Our hopeful piece of news over the weekend was the announcement that Ukraine said it would hold talks with Russia at its border with Belarus near the Chernobyl exclusion zone after a call between President Vladimir Zelensky. Hey, we're going to get into that. Remember that name. We're going to get into Zelensky soon, and it's going to be fun. And Belarus leader Alexander Lukashenko. The politicians agreed that the Ukrainian delegation would meet the Russian one without preconditions at the Ukraine-Belarus border near the Pripyat River. You ever watch the movie Chernobyl Diaries? You know, with the zombies? Everyone hated that movie. I like that movie. Everyone else hated it. I thought it was a good movie. Zelensky said he will not hold talks with Russia. Look at this guy. He's a real leader here. This Zelensky guy, let me tell you, this guy, he was born to do this, obviously. Will not hold talks with Russia on the territory of Belarus, where some Russian troops were stationed before invading on Ukraine's northern border. But Kiev and Lukashenko assured Zelensky that all planes, helicopters, and missiles stationed on Belarus territory will remain on the ground during the travel negotiations and return of the Ukrainian delegation. Potential supply issues. So here we go. The fighting continued in Kiev and across Ukraine on Sunday, the fourth day of an invasion ordered by about a third of Russia's gas exports to Europe are sent through Ukraine. Here we go. In Kharkiv, Russian troops blew up a gas pipeline. That's a dumb thing to do if you're trying to take it over, in my opinion. Which Ukraine's State Service of Special Communication and Information Protection warned could cause an environmental catastrophe. The authorities urged residents to cover their windows with damp cloth or gauze. That's what I'm saying. If Putin wants to invade Ukraine to get all these resources in the land and to own it, why would you destroy the whole place first and you'd have to rebuild it? Maybe if you're rich enough, you don't care, I guess, and this is what it takes. Maybe that's the excuse. But I just don't know why you would, like, if that's the only way to do it, I guess. But I don't just know why you just destroy everything you're trying to get. A similar warning was issued to residents of the Kiev region because of thick smoke from the oil depot blaze. Home Depot blaze in Vasil. I can't struggle bosses, where a military airbase is also located. Ukraine's gas grid continued to supply customers as of 10 a.m. local time Sunday, the operator said, adding that may make changes to the system to reduce risks of accidents and where hostilities occur. So it's a lot about oil, you know. It always seems. Dave Chappelle. I'm old. I don't know if you guys remember that when he was Black Bush. It's hilarious. The Bosphorus Strait is a natural strait located in northwestern Turkey, connecting the Black Sea to the Sea of Marmara, also known as the Strait of Istanbul. Istanbul is Constantinople. This waterway links the European part of the city from the Asian part, China, and thus remains as a very strategic waterway in the region. It is also one of the world's most important choke points for the maritime transit of oil. Over 3% of global supply, or 3 million barrels per day, mainly from Russia and the Caspian Sea, passes through the 17-mile waterway that connects the Black Sea, the Sea of Marmara, and eventually to the Mediterranean. So, being Russia's only gateway from the landlocked Black Sea to the Mediterranean Sea and beyond, they are a potential chokehold for the country's navy. That was a long read. I feel like it was worth it, though. And so we got that is just the tip of the iceberg, ladies and gentlemen, just the tip of the iceberg. Let's get to let's see this article here. I found this one interesting. From the Daily Star again, so take it with a grain of salt. Horrifying meaning behind mystery symbols popping up around Ukraine capital Kiev. Civilians struck in Kiev have been alerting others to suspicious activity on social media, revealing red crosses that have been spotted on buildings following the invasion by Russia. A warning has been issued in Ukraine with mysterious symbols popping up around the capital, reportedly being used to signal buildings out for airstrikes. Ooh. Residents in Kiev have been urged to keep a lookout for the markings, which have allegedly been used by Russian forces and pro-Kremlin saboteurs. The chilling symbols, which consist of red crosses on the roofs of apartment buildings, are being used to aid Vladimir Putin's soldiers. According to sources in Kiev, eerie images have surfaced of the markings alongside harrowing footage, with one video on Twitter allegedly showing a pro-Russian symbol on a gas pipe in a residential building. It's just a red cross. It's like a red X. Is there more to this? In response, the Kiev local government issued a warning on social media. Go figure, right? That's the only way to get information. It kind of is, you know. It's bad information. Residents of the high-rise buildings that have access to the roof, please urgently check the roof for signs. Tags on wood can either be painted or covered with reflective tape. So it's like moles in there making these for airstrikes for the Russians, right? And those invisible drones that we were talking. Those invisible drones we were talking about a little bit ago. Lights tuned to colored frequency can also help direct missiles and drones along with safe corridors to avoid drawbacks. So I guess that's what that's all about. Let's get to it, bosses. Let's get to this stuff, all right? I think it's about time. I've been leading you on long enough. Let's take a look at some... first of all, we're going to do this one. And then we're going to get into what it's really... make your own decision about things. This one is, once again, The Zero Hedge by Tyler Durden. His name was Robert Paulson. Many viral Ukraine war videos flooding social media are fake. Yeah. Noted YouTube scam buster Kip Boga, who has 2.2 million subscribers, has posted the video below showing many examples of viral TikTok videos purporting to be scenes of war in Ukraine. These videos are mostly clips from video games or from other wars, allegedly. Many of these posts are being used to raise money for fake charities. Kid explains the various scams that are being used to raise money on TikTok, YouTube, and other platforms. There are actual videos of the war, but everyone needs to be skeptical and ask for sources. I agree. Here's some other articles about them. I don't want to click on those right now. I probably should, though. A number of weekend media articles began exposing some viral videos which were fake, many racking up tens of thousands of shares on Facebook. Go figure. That's where the boomers are, right? Right, bosses? Boomers love wars. You know that. According to one such report, in fact, Gizmodo has found at least 10 viral photos and videos currently being spread on social media that are completely fake. In some cases, the videos and photos are years old. In others, the images are clearly not from Ukraine. There are even 2 examples on videos on Twitter today that are actually from war team video games. Look at this one. Western media today just exploded with anti-Russian fakes about the war in Ukraine. Here, the Times posted a photo of Russian aircraft that allegedly fly over Ukraine. In fact, this is a video of the rehearsal of the victory parade in Moscow. Is that a video? I don't want to click on that. Oh, and there's Paul Joseph Watson. We might watch a little bit of this. Nobody knows how long this invasion will last, but however long that may be, you can bet one thing: there will be plenty more fake videos and photos passed around online before this conflict is over. Well, let's watch a little bit of Paul Joseph Watson. I like the guy. Hopefully he doesn't get me banned.
The first casualty of war is truth. Boy, is that old adage proven correct in the past few days. Russia deploys mobile crematoriums to hide evidence of battlefield casualties. Stench of death. Chilling pics revealed Russia's mobile crematoriums used to incinerate dead soldiers and hide true scale of Ukraine war. Turns out the pictures are from a 2013 YouTube video posted by a Russian incinerator construction company, and they're incinerating a trash bag. Whoops! Ukrainian soldier on Snake Island tells Russian officer to go expletive yourself before being killed. Russian warship, go fuck yourself. These guards on a Ukrainian island refused to surrender before being killed by Putin troops. Ukraine soldiers told Russian officer, go fuck yourself, before they died on island. They weren't killed, and here's a video of them peacefully surrendering. Ukraine island defenders who told Russian Navy go fuck yourself may still be alive. Whoops! Ukraine president fighting on the front lines, 24th of February 2022. Ukraine president inspecting border, 9th of April 2021. Whoops. The ghost of Kiev has a name, and he has absolutely owned the Russian Air Force. Godspeed and more kills, Samuel. Who wants to tell him? That's a meme featuring the comedian Sam Hyde. Same guy who bills himself as a slayer of conspiracy theories. Posting more old images as if they're new. Whoops. Russian tanks running over innocent drivers. Turns out the tank is Ukrainian. Whoops. You'd think the fact checkers would be in their element. The past week should have been an absolute bonanza for them. And yet they're strangely AWOL. Yeah, funny that, isn't it? Almost like fact checkers are just the vanguard of biased partisan political interests. Surely not when the fog of war becomes a regional sandstorm. You don't have to be a Russian stooge or a conspiracy theorist to see the blindingly obvious. Why should we trust a legacy media and a political class that has lied about the circumstances behind every conflict in modern history, almost certainly lied about the origin of the pandemic, and has just spent the last 2...
All right, at that point, I gotta stop it. I don't want to get that far into it, but I agree with everything he said right there, for sure. It looks like I know Real Cosmology's fetish now. He's really into lips. Just messing with you, man. Just messing with you. So that's interesting, right? Like all this is kind of interesting. I feel like I've done a good job staying on the same theme tonight and bringing a lot of information for this. And it's gonna get even better. We'll check this article here. I know I keep leading you on because I keep forgetting I got more and more stuff to talk about. I apologize. But I got some good stuff coming up. I promise, bosses. This one's fact check. Fake images and videos from the Russia-Ukraine conflict have emerged. From fighter jets to explosion, many videos and images from unrelated events have surfaced online with captions claiming that they are from the present Ukraine crisis. So you got to watch out what you're seeing. You got to watch out. Including Hoffcast here. Like and subscribe, bosses. A video that can be traced back to at least 2016 was shared by Z News and News 24's Russian paratroopers landing in Ukraine. On Thursday, Russia's... we know all this. Visuals from Russia's invasion of Ukraine in the night featuring missiles were shared online. However, the footage is not from the Russia-Ukraine conflict, but from a popular video game called War Thunder. It must not be that popular. I never played War Thunder. I'm not a gamer. That's from a video game? It's not like one of them ghosts that you hang up in Halloween. Woo! You know them ghosts that you turn Woo! And when the batteries start getting low, they start going. That's true. So apparently that's a fake video from a video game. Indian news portals also shared some footage from the Ukraine crisis that turned out to be older videos, like this video of the Russian paratroopers landing in Ukraine for the attack. Z News and DNA are among the channels that ran the video as part of their coverage as part of reports And this can be traced back to at least 2016, according to this this
जवाब
tweet.
देंगे। देखिए वो न्यूक्लियर को आती मुझे माफी के साथ रोकना पड़ेगा आपको। हम तस्वीरें अपने दर्शकों को दिखा रहे हैं जब रशियन पैराट्रूपर्स को लेकर वो लगातार बड़ी खबर देख रहे हैं। वही तस्वीरें इस वक्त आप अपनी स्क्रीन पर देख पा रहे हैं। तो लगातार ये सिचुएशन अनफोल्ड हो रही है और बहुत तेजी से स्पाइरल इसमें देखा जा रहा है। रशियन पैराट्रूपर्स की तस्वीरें इस वक्त आपके स्क्रीन पर। थोड़ी देर पहले कैसे ओडेसा में नेवल बेस को टारगेट किया गया रशिया द्वारा, वो तस्वीर भी हमने आपको दिखाई है। मिलिट्री बेस को किस तरह से, एयरफोर्स बेस को किस तरह से टारगेट किया जा रहा है वो भी हम आपको लगातार दिखा रहे हैं। तो ये सिचुएशन बहुत तेजी से, अगर बोल सकते हैं तो ये सिचुएशन में बहुत तेजी से गिरावट देखी जा रही है। और एक बड़ी खबर जो हम आपको और बता रहे हैं वो ये है कि रशियन फोर्सेस को बेलारूस
A now deleted video that allegedly featured a fighter jet flying over a building in Ukraine was revealed to be fake, and the jet in question was identified to be an American F-16 fighting Falcon, according to BBC. Well, fake video. This video suggests it came from today's conflict, but the plane is an American military F-16 and doesn't appear to be from today for so many reasons. Well, that's allegedly right there, for sure. And this is all allegedly. I'm saying that. Another video, a plane crash can be seen, but it was from a 2022 video of a crash that took place in another country altogether. So there's tons of this stuff here. The next image of a man draped in a Russian flag and a woman with a Ukrainian flag has now gone viral. It's not fake, but it was from the time Russia invaded Ukraine in 2014. As per who was president back then? Who was president in 2014? It's funny. We didn't get invaded for a certain amount of years, or not we, but Ukraine. I'm saying we like I'm staying with Ukraine. I don't stand with Ukraine. I don't not stand with you. I'm not gonna go over to Ukraine and fight for them people. I don't know how real this stuff is. I know Russia is not good. I get all that. I'm just saying what we're seeing right now. We gotta watch out for what they're trying to tell us. Half of it's not real. Nick says, I think they're putting out obvious fakes and not saying much to get conspiracy theorists and truthers. Just everything's a distraction. You know, I almost take offense to that, or resemble that remark for sure. But I don't want to be on a side. That's not the way I work. And I don't think this is a distraction. Finding out what's real and fake at all. I think it's very important to figure that out. Certainly it can be a distraction for sure, but also kind of hone in your skills to see what isn't real in this world and what is. I think it's an important skill to have. And I'm trying to hone my skills, Nick. Oh, Barb, that's right. Obama was in office in 2014. I forgot. It's kind of funny, right? Invisible drones. So let's check this one out. We're getting almost to the end of the line here. Not gonna lie. What was this one? I forgot what this one. Oh, yeah. I don't think I'm gonna watch that one. I already showed something similar. I showed Paul Joseph Watson. That's enough. Yeah, I think I got through a lot of that stuff. So let's watch this one, or look at this one here. You've probably seen this one already. This is one. Fact check. No, former Miss Ukraine is not fighting Russians in the ongoing invasion. Is a former Miss Ukraine also fighting the Russian forces? Here's what the anti-fake news war room probe has found. So you got this picture of this lady here, right? She was Miss Ukraine. And it's this picture of her. Oh, look at her. She's going to stand up to Russia. She's taking on her guns, her arms, and she's out there. She's ready to fight. And said the image of a woman with a gun has gone viral with the claim that Miss Ukraine is fighting the enemy on the ground. As the battle between Russia and Ukraine intensifies, Ukrainian citizens have taken up arms to defend their country against invasion. But as a former Miss Ukraine also fighting the Russian forces, an image of a woman with a gun has gone viral with the claim that Miss Ukraine was fighting the enemy on the ground. Several Facebook and Twitter users shared the viral image with the caption, Miss Ukraine takes up gun to fight Russian army. And there's a tweet. And here it says, the India Today anti-fake news war room found that while former Miss Ukraine had indeed shared this image on her Instagram, she said she only did that to inspire. Oh, that's kind of like, says she only did it to inspire her countrymen. That's the same thing that happens when you have, and I'm not trying to get into this realm of things, to be honest with you. I never like to get into this realm, but I'm going to be honest with you. It's the same time when you see Juicy Smollett and his fake hate crime that he was found guilty of doing, and you still have people on his side saying, well, it was still a good thing that he faked it because it still brought attention to the problem. No, you're the problem. You're the problem. Wake up, grow up. You're the problem, you idiots. Oh my gosh. Ugh. Anyways, it says Anastasia Lena, who was Ukraine's representative in the Miss Grand International competition in 2015, had indeed shared her photo with a gun on her Instagram page. So she did share this picture with hashtags with Stand With Ukraine. So she's still, you know, she's still fishing for likes. There's no doubt about this. This woman's not innocent, no doubt. But later on February 27th, she clarified on Instagram that the image, at least she did that, was meant to inspire people. Once again, here we go with the fakeness, fake inspiration. Fake inspiration. Fake inspiration. She wrote, I am not a military, just a human. Yeah, because everyone started expecting her to go out there and fight. And she's like, no, I'm not going out there and fighting. These are just me modeling. Fuck that. I'm not fighting. I'm not military now. I'm just trying to inspire people. I don't really stand with people. I just want to have my picture up on a social media, and that's the war I fight. That's all I need to do is just look pretty holding an airsoft gun, and I'm fighting the war. These people are fucking stupid. Excuse my language. She said, I am not a military, just a human. Due to current situation, I want to talk. I'm not a military, just a woman, just a normal human, just a person. Yeah, because everyone's expecting you to fight. Like all people in my country, I'm also an airsoft player for years. There you have it. It's an airsoft gun. It's not a real gun in these pictures. You can Google what airsoft means. All pictures in my profile to inspire people. Oh, you're so inspirational, you fake bitch. There's nothing more inspirational than a fake person. Let me tell you that. But also, what's worse is this went viral with people thinking this was real, that she actually was out there doing it. So, Ukrainian President Vladimir Zelensky, here we go. We're going to get right into that in just a minute, said the government would issue weapons to every citizen who wanted to defend Ukraine, like airsoft guns. Subsequently, civilian volunteers and paramilitary groups have been taking the fight to the Russian army in Kiev, but the viral post claiming Miss Ukraine was fighting Russian forces is not true. So fake. That's so fake. Inspirational there. As long as people are inspiring people, they're doing their part to fight the war. She doesn't, you know, they actually expect her to get on the front line. She said, nah, I'm just here to model. That's it. Like, hopefully I inspire people. At least she was honest to some extent, but she's still not being honest with herself. She's not a hero. Let's see here. Nick says, all I do know is sifting through the lies is not the best way to find the truth. I that's the way I do it, though. That's because I already, I think that's the way I do it. Everyone's got their own, maybe their own way of figuring things out. But for me, I like to analyze the lies and see how they are doing them and what they're doing so I can further, like, see it later. Like, I can observe it and know when I'm being lied to later. So I do think it's important, but where's the real truth, you know? I do not, sir. Chris says, where's Melania from? That's a good question. I'm going to look it up. I'm going to look it up right now. Because that is actually a pretty good question, if I have to say. Where's her Wikipedia? You know that's real. She's from Slovenia. And you know I can point that out on a map for you. I have no idea where that is. All right, so I think we're going to let's do this. Let's do it. We're going to get into the final act here. We're into the final act of Hoffcast. We're going to go through this crazy stuff that I'm about to show you. And then I'm going to watch some UFO videos. Then we're going to go have the after party backstage if anyone wants to join. So where do I start with this? Let's start with we're going to talk about Zelensky, okay? The auto parts king. No, I'm not talking about Dan Aykroyd. I'm talking about the president of Ukraine. Cocaine in the Ukraine. All right, so if we share this, Vladimir Zelensky, president of Ukraine. And if you zoom in over here, he is a Ukrainian politician, former actor and comedian who has been serving as the president of Ukraine since 2019. He gained worldwide recognition as the wartime. Well, now he is. So he's 44. And look at this. He is a comedian and an actor. So let's check this out. We got that out of the way. We know he's a comedian and an actor. I don't know if you all have heard this yet, but check this out. Click off of that there. Couple things I'll click off of. So let's go to this article. We'll ease into this a little bit. I don't want to go straight for the throat here or anything. This article. What to know about Vladimir Zelensky, Ukraine's TV president turned wartime leader. Oh, look at that fake son of a bitch. Oh, he's so fake, and you're going to find out why if you don't already know. Just a few years ago, Vladimir Zelensky was playing Ukraine's president on television. Now he's a real-life wartime leader directing his outgunned country in its fight against the Russian invasion. So check this out. I'm gonna click off of this for a second. I want to go to something else that'll hopefully make more sense to you when you see it. So we already know he's a comedian actor. Where is it here? Look at this. So we're gonna look up this show here. There's a show called Servant of the People, a Russian show. Okay. Now look at this. What years was it from? It's from October 2015 to March 28th, 2019. Okay? Servant of the People, sometimes translated as Servant of the Nation, is a Ukrainian political satire. Remember, it started in 2015. Comedy television series created and produced by Vladimir Zelensky, who stars as Vasil Prevovich, a high school history teacher in his 30s who is unexpectedly elected president of Ukraine after a viral video filmed by one of his students show him making a profane rant against government corruption in his country. Oh, the man literally created his own TV show where he was president. And then when it ended, he became president. I wonder why. I wonder why this is happening. Huh? This is kind of weird, right? A little bit. A guy who has no political, he says right here, high school history teacher, unexpectedly elected. And this Zelensky guy literally has no political experience at all. And he even says that. The guy himself says that. So with that information, let's move on. Let's see. Let's read part of this one. Ukraine's Vladimir Zelensky, the comedian president who's rising in the moment. I don't trust this guy one bit. He was implanted, in my opinion. Ukraine President Vladimir, a comedian who had no experience of politics when elected less than 3 years ago, has suddenly emerged as a convincing war leader. And once again, I got to give credit to No Mercy podcast for this information. So, and yes, real, yes, that's the bombshell. They're both Vladimir. So here we go. So check this out. All right. So we already have one guy who was a comedian and an actor who is now running Ukraine. And he had a television show where he was the president of Ukraine. Then as soon as it ended, he became president of Ukraine. Cocaine in the Ukraine. So check this out here. This is a video. Let me see. Where's this one? So check this out. We'll do this one first. Klitschko. He is a professional boxer. He's a Ukrainian politician and former boxer. He serves as mayor of Kiev and head of the Kiev City State Administration, having held both offices since June 2014. Klitschko is a former leader of the Petro Poroshenko bloc and a former member of the Ukrainian parliament. So he was a professional boxer, and now he's mayor of Kiev and a big part of this. And he was like a champ, you know. I'm going to tie this all back around for you. Trust me. So check this out. Check this out right here. We're gonna get off here. When you hear the name Klitsch, they're talking about this guy. So I'm going to show this video, and this is the bombshell right here. This is the bombshell. And it's all going to make sense. It says FDEU alleged audio of U.S. diplomat Victoria Nuland swearing. That's not the point. It's not the point of this video is that she's swearing. It's what she says around that. So I got the closed captioning on as well. So look at this.
When you're a high-ranking official talking about diplomatic efforts in Ukraine, the last thing you want to do is drop your guard.
So that would be great, I think, to help glue this thing and have the UN help glue it. And, you know, the EU.
But that is exactly what reportedly happened between US Assistant Secretary of State Victoria Nuland and US Ambassador to Ukraine Jeffrey Pyatt. The exchange has since surfaced online, including the crude swipe at the European Union. The audio clip of a woman and man, said to be Nuland and Pyatt, hears them discussing strategies to work with the three main opposition
figures. Here it is right here. Here it is.
I don't think Klitsch should go into the government. I don't think it's necessary. I don't think it's a good idea.
In terms of him not going into the government, just let him sort of stay out and do his political homework and stuff. I'm just thinking in terms of sort of the process moving ahead, we want to keep the moderate Democrats together. The problem is going to be Tony Book and his guys. And, you know, I'm sure that's part of what Yanukovych is calculating on all of this.
I think Yats is the guy who's got the economic experience, the governing experience. He's the guy, you know, what he needs is Klitsch and Tony Book on the outside. He needs to be talking to them 4 times a week. You know, I just think Klitsch going in, he's going to be at that level working for Yatsenyuk. It's just not going to work.
There is a suggestion for Nuland to contact Klitschko directly to play to his top dog sensibilities. While Nuland refers to getting the United Nations involved in a political solution. And that's where the unfortunate comment arises.
I'm obviously not going to comment on private diplomatic conversations, other than to say it was pretty impressive tradecraft. The audio was extremely clear. Hello, how are you? Good to see you.
So do you see what happened there? They were talking about who they want to install as a puppet for what they try to promote in terms of their, I mean, I guess lack of a better term, puppet regime, you know, whatever you want to say. Like that's literally what we just watched right there. And we're talking about a boxer who's now the mayor of Kiev. we're talking about a comedian and an actor who is now, president of Ukraine, who had a TV show where he made himself, where he became president. And as soon as it ended, he became president. That's unreal. We got Hunter Brandon and all the stuff that's going on there. So check this out. I don't know if this is blowing your minds. It blows my mind. It absolutely blows my mind, all this stuff. I don't know if you're piecing together the stuff, but I hope you are. I'll let you make your own decisions on this. So look at this. That lady there was Victoria Nuland, and she was the one talking about who they would install as political figures in Ukraine. And look at this. There she is again. This is the national interest. Joe Biden's pick of Victoria Nuland. When was this from? When was this article from? January 15th, 2021, just a little over a year ago. Alleged President Brandon's pick right after he got elected of Victoria Nuland means relations with Russia could get worse. Do you see? Is it making sense now? Are you piecing it together? Are you getting the point that I'm making right now? It's all a setup. It's planned for a long time. It's all planned, allegedly. Do you see what's going on? Reports of Victoria Nuland's future appointment are sure to come as a source of elation to the government in Kiev. By the same token, they send perhaps the clearest message yet. This from January last year, not this year. Message yet to Moscow that the prospects for meaningful U.S.-Russian reapproachment under a Brandon administration or a Harris one appear exceedingly slim. President-elect Joe Brand, remember this is back in last January, plans to name Victoria Nuland to a top State Department post, sending the clearest signal yet on the president-elect's likely policy approach to Russia and Ukraine. Earlier this month, Nuland was the U.S. ambassador to NATO under President George W. Bush from 2005 to 2008. She served as State Department spokesperson under Secretary of State Hillary Clinton before succeeding Philip Gordon as the Assistant Secretary of State for European and Eurasian Affairs. More than simply an Obama veteran, Nuland played a central role in executing the Obama administration's Ukraine policies during and after the 2014 Euromaidan Revolution. She conveyed U.S. support for demonstrations in Kiev against the government of the last president, condemning efforts by local police to quell the Okay, so at least she didn't want the protests. I give her that. Maybe it's still possible to save Ukraine's European future. In my opinion, this is all a big old plan. Just a big old plan. It was revealed in early 2014 that Nuland, along with the then U.S. ambassador Ukraine Jeffrey Piot, which was the one we saw in that video she was speaking to, was intimately they're trying to cover that up with this one, obviously, to curate and install. Oh, okay, maybe not. Maybe I read that wrong. Intimately involved in ongoing U.S. efforts to curate and install a new government in Ukraine. Oh my gosh! Wow. And then they have the kind of the transcript from that. Nuland continued to play an active role in shaping U.S. policy toward a post-Maidan Ukraine, meeting with President Petro Poroshenko on several occasions to discuss the implementation of I don't know what the Minsk protocols are, and Ukraine's progress on domestic reforms. Nuland was likewise involved in ultimately successful efforts to press for lethal military aid to Ukraine. Okay, so there you have it. There you have it. I hope I tied it all back around for you there. And you can make your own decisions on all that stuff. But to me, this just seems to been in the makings for years when you tie everything together. And I know I've been on for almost 3 hours tonight. I can't do all of it. I mean, I try to piece it together, show to show. I try to piece things together a little bit. Tonight, I tried to make a cohesive statement. And I hope you all maybe saw that. I hope you did. And you can make your own decision. I'm not here to tell you what to think or how to think about this or whose side to be on or what to believe in or what you think is real that you see online and what isn't. Heck, half this stuff, I mean, I tell you all the time I'm not right about things and I don't know. But I'm trying to maybe just get people to understand that everything that we see that's happening around us might not be exactly what the actual narrative is that they're trying to feed us, because it's most likely in their own interests and maybe even for evil rather than to help us out, even if they'd like to sell it that way to us. So thank you all, bosses, for watching tonight. I love you all. We're going to do some UFO videos. I'm going to put the invite in the chat here in just a few moments for the after party, because that's about all I got for tonight. I did want to keep it a little bit shorter. I go too long sometimes. No, I'm not going to lie. I go too long sometimes. But tonight I feel like I had a cohesive statement and I wrapped it up and I said what I wanted to say. And I'm happy with that. So let's get some UFO videos on here. Let's talk about some weird stuff. And I'll get the invite in the chat here before too long, okay? So this one, let's look at this one. This is a strange black mass forms over a highway in Ohio. Oh, shit, that's where I live. Looks like the manifestation of a sky squid. And this is from Disclose Screen. Good videos there. Take a look at this one. Oh, no, I don't want to be driving down the highway and see this thing. Let's see. Let's hear some little bit of audio, maybe. That's weird, you know. Like, I don't know if it's CGI or not. It's a big ass smoke ring. I don't know. The way it moves is weird, though. It looks evil to me. I mean, it looks very, very, very weird. That's definitely Ohio. I can tell. This is definitely Ohio. All right, I got the invite in the chat there for anyone who wants to come backstage, because I'm just gonna watch a couple more UFO videos, plug my stuff for my channel and my website, and I'll be heading off. I got a couple more UFO videos I'll show real quick before we get into any of that. This one looks like a classic right here. Oh, we got an ad. Can't do that. Let's go down here. So you bosses are awesome. Thank you so much for being on the chat tonight. I appreciate every single one of you. You're amazing people. That's why I call you the bosses. Take a look at this one. Mavi777, as usual. Oh, is this Russia? Yeah, it's Russia. Here we go. Oh, look at that. Is that one of them invisible drones? It's not invisible. That's kind of a classic one right there. You know, Hoff likes the classic ones. I don't like this new age where you got all this CGI stuff going on with it. Well, if you're going to show me a fake UFO, show me a classic looking one. Oh, look at that. That's kind of interesting. It looks like a crab with a knife in its hand. Oh, like speaking of bots. Speaking of bots. Want to become... No, I don't want to be famous. No, I don't. Block. Let's block that. Who in the chat has a wrench? Block that. Oh, I lost my my share. My bad, bosses. Oh, I like this one. This one's kind of cool. Let's go back. It's the same one. All It's cool looking. I like the different lights on it. What else we got going on here? Chrissy said, "You did wonderful. You always do, sir." Oh, thank you. Thank you for the kind words. Chrissy's such a sweetheart. So yeah, the invite's in the chat, right? If you want to come backstage, go ahead and do it now, because I'm about to wrap this up. Yeah, we already got Real Cosmology here, because I'm about to wrap this up and get back there very soon. Let's do maybe one more from here. I wanted to see what this one was about, because this looked interesting to me. World-made flying saucer crash. Yeah, Russia again. Go figure. Russia, Russia, Russia. No, it looks fake to me. Looks cool. I like the way it looks, but it's definitely fake. Look! I love how it says look on it. And we got Bar backstage as well. I'm going to have to wrap this up as soon as it's about time to call it a night for Hoffcast here. So, and we got Chrissy. We got a big group coming backstage. Hey, first come, first served. It might fill up at this rate. So if you want to come backstage and hang out for the after party, please do so. I want to thank you all so much for watching Hoffcast tonight. I had a great time. I hope you maybe learned something. I'm not asking that you agree with me on anything. I'm just hoping maybe you just maybe learn something, and that's it. That's kind of cool, right? Learning something that maybe you didn't know, because I learned a lot today. Even just doing this myself, I learned a lot. And going through all this information with you and having conversation with it is why I do this, honestly. I'm not here to preach to nobody. I'm here to have a conversation, and that's why I love having people on. So speaking of, this Thursday, I should be having Fifth 90 on. I believe he's backstage right now. And I'm just going to plug the website real quick, and I'm going to get out of here. I got a crew backstage right now. I got to get to. I don't want to keep them waiting. So, so Hoffcast.com. Make sure you go here. I will have the update. If I want to have a show on Thursday, which I believe I will, with Fifth 90, you will find it right here. If you can't find it on YouTube, just go to Hoffcast.com, ladies and gentlemen. And if you haven't subscribed yet, please do, because I want to talk to you. I want to be friends with you, and we should have discussions. Wow, what a good stream tonight. Holy moly. Wow. Okay. You all are awesome. Thank you so much. Like I said, if you haven't subscribed, or hit the bell, if you want to know when the next Hoffcast will be, it will let you know. So thank you all so much for watching tonight and sticking with me throughout this. It's been an awesome time. I love you all. Cheers to you all. What a great show. I'll see you hopefully Thursday, if not next Tuesday, 8:30. As always, peace, and Hoff signing off.